There's a show in town, it's going down. Every week we're back on solid ground. Steel toe slipping, but we're gripping. Got the tea to spill, it's always flipping. From April's scrimp to Aaron's glee. Oh, this drama's just a spree. Polydrama, legal trauma. Another win, oh, that's the karma. This little piggy went to YouTube. This little piggy's on Rumble now. This little piggy's begging for dollars. And this little piggy's breaking down. Wow! Every week we'll recap it slow. Tune in for this little piggy show. From revenge porn to felony, it's a circus, can't you see? The toe is bent, the goal is spent. His empire crumbles, all hell sent. April's playlist on repeat. Aaron's lies we can't defeat. The countdown's on, it won't take long to see this piggy squeal his song. This little piggy went to YouTube. This little piggy's on Rumble now. This little piggy's begging for dollars. And this little piggy's breaking down. Wow! Every week we'll recap it slow. Tune in for this little piggy show. Oh, this little piggy ain't missing a thing. Just sit back, laugh, and watch the king.
Welcome to This Little Piggy, a weekly roundtable discussion about the Steel Toe Morning Show and its cum-slurping, witness-calling host, Aaron Imholt. I'm Carl from Who Are These Socials. With me today is Moody from This Little Piggy. What's up, Moody?
I don't think I could do this by myself. I need my ex-wife and my current girlfriend here to help me through this
From
show.
Pretty Antisocial, Haley's joining us. What's up, Haley?
Hey guys, happy Friday.
Happy Friday, and back again for the second week in a row from Who Are These Podcasts. Adam Bush is joining us. What's up, Adam?
So happy to be here. Moody, don't pretend you have an ex-girlfriend and ex-wife. Come on now.
Sorry. I'm very monogamous. One and done, 100% hit rate.
Okay.
Well, guys, thank you for joining us today. This is an incredible day in the world of Steel Toe, and I want to start off by congratulating my buddy Dick Masterson, who this morning had his son. His son was born. He says, my son was born. Sadly, my wife also survived. So congratulations to Dick. Very happy for you. He's now Father of the Year, it's being called already. Also, I want to give a shout out to numero uno Josh Denny fan, who has been an all-star this week fucking with Aaron.
Yes.
It's very incredible what he's been able to pull off. So props to him.
He's a slow burn. Like he sits around for a while just winning over trust, and then things fire off like 2 or 3 things in a row.
Yeah. Yeah, it's very impressive. Him and Mike David combined. Oh, you know what? I was going to pull the clip, but I didn't. So I played on WATP the Mike David clip making fun of Aaron, and then Aaron pretending that it was like all sincere and in
Yeah,
earnest.
it's very similar to how the Anthony Cumia stuff went with him being a weird comet.
And then someone said something to Aaron the next day. He's like, you don't really believe what you're saying about Mike David. And Aaron had to try to play it like, yeah, man, it's shtick. I'm just, be cool. He had to admit that he knows that Mike David's making fun of him. I was going to pull that today, but fuck, I said it. There you go. I'm doing what Aaron does. I'm just saying stuff happened. You have to believe me. Because I forgot to pull the clip. You know what? We do have a goal on this show. If there's one thing that I've learned, it's that shows with goals are legit shows. That's how you do a real show, is that you have a goal and you make sure that you accomplish that goal before you get off air. Supertip.gg/WATP is where you can go to annoy us, but also help us accomplish our goal today. And we have to get it done quickly, guys, because I landed Primus tickets last night. So I have to get out of here at a certain point and go to the Primus concert. I was supposed to go on Skeptical Robot with Luigi Greenberg, so I'm a dick, and I canceled on him to go see a show. So there's my excuse right at the top that we're not going to run for 4 or 5 hours on the program today.
Good.
Fair enough.
Here's where I want to start. I think Rekieta put out a tweet this week that is cuckoo bananas. This is I believe, a message that was a personal message from Aaron to Nick. And Aaron says, my addiction is creating a facade so everything feels and looks happy. But I'm not being honest. I'm worried the truth will scare people away. This group of 4 has made me so happy and made me feel a part of something special. But navigating all the relationships at once is proving too difficult for me, and I lean back on that facade, the lie. I can't lose it. But I have to admit now that I can't do it on my own. You said last night to accept help. This is me doing that.
To contextualize this in terms of date, this was on the 4th of April. So 2 days after April up and left the house.
Wow.
Weird.
Yeah, I didn't know what the date was. I was assuming this was like January, February, like while everything was going strong with everyone.
April had left.
Okay.
And he was talking to SP by this time.
Right. Right. So my addiction is creating a facade so everything feels and looks happy. This is what we've been saying all along. We had evidence of this when we saw that other text message we showed at Hackamania from December when Aaron admitted that his show was not going well while going on a show and saying everything's killing it and he's crushing it. But every now and again, the truth comes out where Aaron goes, I can't sleep at night. I'm stressed out. I have these dreams. I have these nightmares about not hitting the goal. And this is what's really going on behind the character that is Steel Toe, that he's knows that he's living a lie.
It was so specific and so spot on. I wondered if it was real until Moody pointed out that this was after she had left. Then that makes sense. That after she leaves, he would then suddenly have the ability to communicate clearly and directly what he needs and how he's failing.
Do you think he like tried to write "come" but then autocorrect changed it to creating a facade so everything feels and looks happy?
You think he's addicted to cum? Is that what you're telling us?
Yeah, maybe.
What do you think the addiction is, though? Do you think it's alcohol? I heard someone say that it was just his proclivities to being gay or being attracted to men. What do you? I mean,
It's
what do you
this.
think
It's
it
the
is?
first sentence. It's the first sentence
Yeah.
there. That's his addiction. It's more important than any other relationship in
That's
his
so
life.
weird.
It's I was thinking about this the other day. It's like most people have this feeling, this I guess sense of self-preservation where you try to protect yourself and you do all sorts of weird things when you're trapped in a corner. But he has this proclivity of like external self-preservation. So he doesn't really care about what his life is actually like or how he is actually like. He just wants to give off the impression that everything is okay. So he's
better,
like,
it's better to look good
preserving
than to
the
feel
look.
good. Is the old saying. Like he would just rather people think, like we talk about this with Stuttering John. Would you rather sleep with a supermodel and have no one know, or have everyone think he slept with a supermodel? Like Kate Meany was the perfect example of this. He wants people to think he fucked Kate Meany.
Right.
That's better than actually fucking Kate Meany and then it doesn't get out there and he can't brag about it.
Yeah, like the whole thing about the sex fight with April, he was upset that it made him look like a guy who can't fuck more than like the fact
More than
that
not
he couldn't.
satisfying his wife who eventually
Right.
left for another
Right.
man. Right. Yeah.
I also feel like they would both choose something bad happening to their enemy over something good happening to them.
Well, that's what we're seeing play out here now
Yep.
with these HROs
Yeah.
against Nick and against our buddy Patrick, who once again is missing the show this week out of an abundance of caution before the court date that's coming up on the 23rd Wednesday. It's coming here. It's coming real
think-
soon.
Yeah, Nick, I think I've said this previously, but it's like Aaron would cut off a finger if it meant Nick lost two. Like
Yes.
if he hurt himself less than how much he's hurting other people, he'd go
Which,
for it.
if we are playing chess, is not the worst strategy. It is kind of how you
Sure.
play it.
Sure,
No, I'm
but like
kidding.
we're not playing chess.
We're not playing
People
chess.
are making it to old age with all 10 of their fingers.
It's true. Some of us are. So, yeah, Nick dropped that, and that's very interesting. Once again, it gives us a little peek behind the curtain of who this guy who acts like he's crushing it and he's on top of the world. He's got all the viewers and all the clout. What's really going on is he's a scared boy who knows that everything's falling apart and crumbling around him.
Does he though?
Yeah.
It's because like Adam was saying, like this feels like a manipulation as well. So is he manipulating people by saying this here, or is he manipulating people by letting them peek behind the curtain a little bit?
Yeah. I think he's aware of what the truth is, and he thinks he gets rewarded for admitting a little bit of it. He thinks, okay, now my wife's left. I have one Hail Mary left. Let's just go with a little bit of the truth, and that should buy me some time, because the first line says, I'm addicted to hiding this. So within his explanation is also, what he's going to do next, which is he's going to continue to put on this facade. And the second he's gotten you back or feels like he's back into that family or that April feels jealous, it'll go away. That's what the pattern is every time.
If he's doing this to manipulate people, he's terrible at manipulating people.
Well, yeah.
This is
John's
pathetic.
bad at lying. It's incredible to
Yeah,
watch.
I mean, this is like a really pathetic thing to say. I'm worried the truth will scare people away.
I think this would work one-on-one. Absolutely. If he's got you cornered and he's the only other person that can corroborate what's been happening in your relationship, this would work. This would be very
What's going to happen?
effective.
People are going to feel pity for it. The other person's going to feel what?
No, he has this real way of warping reality. And so if your record of reality of like the context of a relationship, there's only one other person who gets it, he's going to make you second think facts that happened in the past. And the more people that are there to corroborate facts, the less his manipulation can work. And that's why it doesn't work with like a very large audience and the more of us that pay attention. It worked a little bit with the foursome, but with one person, it can work pretty well, I think. It'd be exhausting being in a relationship with him because you'd constantly be trying to keep your grip on reality and he'd be trying to like peel your fingers back.
Yeah, he's constantly gaslighting. That's why he never shows any clips on his show. So, Adam?
Yeah, let me ask you guys, what do you think he's asking for specifically here? I can't lose it, but I have to admit now that I can't do it on my own. Do what? Lose this addiction or lose them? Like, what is it he's asking for here?
I don't know. I can't figure that out either. And it is strange that we know that he was like messaging SP on the side too, because the second part says, but navigating all the relationships at once is proving too difficult. It's like, what is he trying to get out of sending this to Nick?
Empathy.
I guess.
Help
But
me win
we
the
know he
trust
was
back
trying
of
to-
these people.
He was trying to salvage his relationship with April at this time. We know that. Like, when did he write the letter and tape the ring to it?
Later was mid-April.
Right. So this is him trying to salvage this relationship with April and half-assing it. Don't get me wrong.
Sure.
He's got a new side piece. He's not that worried about it.
Right.
And she's kind of a problem. So
Yeah, but
he's
he's
not that
becoming
worried
in
about
touch with his feelings. Don't you see?
God.
Can't you feel it?
I've changed. I admit
I've
all the things
changed.
that you called me. It's the same language as he used in that letter, which is, you were right, I'm this. He's like, you told me to accept help. This is me doing that.
Yeah.
I've become the person you're asking me to.
So how can you refuse this? This is what you asked for. Here it is. It's on you if this doesn't work out now.
Well, the room is filling up, and I appreciate that. We have big news that's breaking. Girl Friday posted this morning on Reddit about the witnesses, and we'll get into that in just a moment. But first, I'm going to head over to supertip.gg/WATP, see what's going on over there with Club 102.
Remember, boys and girls, I stated on a legal document under penalty of perjury that I am terrified of Patrick Melton. Still haven't figured out how to spin that into another win for the toe.
Karen, you're even a bigger Jew to it than I am.
Agreed. Pony power, too.
I heard Karmic said that you can't ride a horse. Maybe start with a large pony to build up your confidence.
God, you got to remind me. Karmic X would be hard, man. I'm still recovering from that. I'm still looking wounds over here. Chad Zumimic. At least no one will call Carl the P word punctual.
Hey. That's not on him. It's never on him.
Adam is getting looser and looser with start times. I'm gonna be honest with everyone.
I'm starting to play by my own rules.
Chad Zumimic says, Haley.
Hey.
He's excited.
See that.
So is Pool Scam Sam. Haley, hubba hubba.
Hubba hubba.
And Ewa's into it as well.
Hey, Eva.
Look at you. Panhandler invited Haley to butch up the stream. Like you absolute betas. That's more like it. Laziest Man on Mars. Who is opening for Primus? I don't know. I won't be there in time for that.
I think Haley is the strongest out of all four of us.
I was going to say that, and I was like, just stay in your lane. Just be sweet.
Oh, you want to box all three of us?
I think I
Next
should.
Wikipedia?
You are officially challenged. Yes. Get in
Internet
touch with
person,
Facebook.
$5. I wonder if Aaron's mea culpa text was the same day he admitted to being a narcissist on his show. That particular empathy epiphany lasted for less than 24 hours. It was right around that time.
Yeah, similar time frame. That
I wanna
was
go
that
back to
whole.
that time. We got to
that
go
whole
back
thing
to
was
that time.
wild.
You know, when things die down eventually,
Right.
we should on this show go back to late March, early April into May and just rewatch some of that stuff because
That was
knowing,
a crazy period. Him
yeah.
getting diagnosed with narcissism and then being cured of it in the space of 3 or 4 days.
Well,
was,
I think he self-diagnosed his narcissism, and then the therapist was just like, "You idiot! Come
Yeah.
on, man, get out of my office with that talk."
which is not
It's everyone around you. It's not your fault.
But if anyone's been to therapy, it's like that's not how therapy works.
Weird comment says, "Can we please get a full HRO summary up to date?" Sure, we'll be discussing all that today. And Principal Uncertainty is here.
There is an idea of a Aaron M. Holte, some kind of abstraction, but there is no real me, only an entity, something illusory. And though I can hide my cold gaze, and you can shake my hand and feel flesh. Bripping yours, but I am simply not there.
Thank you, Principal Uncertainty. All right, let's talk about the witness list filed. So, of course, Aaron thought he was going to go down to the courthouse, fill out some paperwork. Oh, Nick can't talk about me anymore on the internet. No, he can't make fun of me. Oh, Patrick, we go back a week later. Patrick can't make fun of me on the internet anymore. I filled out the paperwork. All right, done deal. And then both the guys went, "Oh, no, we're fighting this." And he went, "Fuck." And Aaron had to hire an attorney. And now he's working with an attorney. So this is already costing him thousands of dollars.
He's hired an attorney for one of the cases, which is Nick's one. And he is copy pasting everything that gets filed in that one to Patrick's one.
What?
So it's still unclear whether he's hired this guy for Patrick's case as well.
Oh. So
Yeah.
what did I call this episode? Your Honor, I'd like to bring my girlfriend to the stand. He actually might say that
Yes.
if he's representing himself.
Yes.
All right, so this is the witnesses list filed from Girl Friday. And here we see it. Slampiece and the first ex-wife, Ashley, are coming in as witnesses.
It's interesting if you know the history. Because he cheated on his first wife with Slampiece.
And she has an active HRO out against him.
Not anymore.
No.
Not anymore, okay. So
Yeah.
that's come and gone. All right, well, thank God.
The-
That would be weird.
The HRO expired on the 1st of January of this year, but he is still serving a suspended sentence for violating that HRO.
When is that
And
up?
that
August?
that violation happened 12, 13 months ago now. So he's, August is when
That's
that ends.
crazy.
Next
If
month.
she's on the stand talking about how, our kids had to file this HRO for their safety, then the opposition says, "Did you have an HRO out against this person?" No further
Right.
questions. Thank you. Like, what are we talking about?
Did he violate that HRO?
Right.
Okay, great. Very good. No further questions.
So, Moody, what's your interpretation of this? How is this going to go down? How is he playing this? Why the hell would he have his current girlfriend take the stand when he's trying to say that he's petrified of Patrick and needs to have this 500-foot restraining order against him?
I think that's it. It's the reason is the reason that he's got Anne there is the only thing I can think of is she can attest to his mental turmoil, like his anguish. She could be like, "I've known him for this many years, and ever since this harassment started, he's been going to the bathroom, not sleeping, going to the toilet every 10 minutes." And
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
So I agree with you. That seems to make the most sense. But that's a horrible strategy, and I'll tell you why. Because this is going to be more embarrassing for him to hear about all this stuff behind the scenes when he tries to act like such a tough guy and how no one bothers him and he's owning the internet all the time. It's always wins for the toe. And so to have the girlfriend go on and be like, no, he's actually crying himself to sleep every night. And the reason why I say this is really stupid is because Aaron's goal was to get Patrick to stop talking about him, but the actual HRO is only about physical vicinity, and Patrick doesn't give a shit about going to Minnesota ever again. There's no reason why you'd ever go there again. It's ridiculous to think. So having this HRO, if it's granted after this hearing, doesn't harm Patrick at all.
it depends.
He
Like
doesn't want it. He doesn't want it. But you know what I mean?
I'm
Like
not-
this, like what he's fighting for isn't really going to accomplish his goals.
I'm not a lawyer, but I don't know whether he's fighting for a different HRO during this hearing. So there's one which is he's defending the temporary conditions and trying to keep those the same, or is he during this hearing going to be presenting new evidence that backs up some of the claims that the judge did not find from his application, strengthening those so that he can then get a no mention order or something like that?
Why wouldn't you
on
just
the
include it
actual
on the
HRO?
first one and all the blank spaces?
Because he's
Why-
stupid, Haley.
Well, I know that, but it's
stupid
like-
and emotional.
Yeah, and he went there without an attorney.
And he filled it out super quickly. And now he's trying to like patch up all that work.
Yeah,
I
don't.
But I don't know. Like, can you fight for a more aggressive HRO in a hearing?
I don't know.
Yeah.
It seems to me like the judge was signaling to anybody interested that they should fight this because
Yes.
it's not strong. I cannot get over the fact that the judge lowered the limit of feet that they can be. He made it
this
closer,
one-
intentionally closer.
The judge made it closer, and this one included a child, a
Yeah.
minor person, whereas the Nick one didn't, and they granted him the 1,000 feet. So I agree with you, Adam. The message was, all right, we're going to do this,
Yeah.
but
You have
I don't know. that
20
we should
days to
be.
get this off our docket
Yeah.
because this is ridiculous.
Counter argument: if it's a race, Patrick versus Nick, 500 feet versus 1,000 feet, they finish around the same time.
That's true.
I see what you did there.
That's a good point.
The wind resistance and the
Right,
velocity.
right.
I see what you did.
So if they're running,
The best move that Melton ever did was not saying a word about it when it came in. He stole his thunder. He was just expecting emergency show and this guy's going to be spinning. Instead, he didn't say a word. And Aaron had to go on and tell everyone himself. which
Oh, he
is
couldn't wait.
embarrassing.
Yeah, he almost let it slip earlier in the week, and then on Friday he was just bursting at the seams and just had to tell everyone, and then try to spin it that Patrick's the asshole for not talking about pending lawsuits, or not lawsuits, but
I've been
restraining orders.
Yeah.
I've been corrected on the side. Turns out that he has hired this attorney for both of them now. At the beginning, it wasn't clear when there was like the initial paperwork. There's a letter from the judge saying, I don't know if this guy's going to be there for both or not.
But to the point, though, that you just made, Adam, so he's trying to paint this picture that this guy's unhinged. Aaron's trying to say that Patrick doesn't know what reality is. He thinks we're in a relationship. He's obsessed with me. He can't stop talking about me. If he does stop talking to me about me, he'll be destitute and won't have any money, and his life will be over. And Patrick's response was to quietly hire an attorney to fight this behind the scenes without making it public on the internet. Aaron does the exact opposite. This is why he was fired from the radio. He was going after a woman very publicly, and anytime he was being told, hey, you can't be doing this, you can't be talking about it, he couldn't wait to go on his show and go, yeah, and they're telling me I can't say this and I can't say that. Like, I'm a rebel Aaron. I do whatever the fuck I want. He can't help himself, and he gets himself into trouble.
And the judge sees, and we see, and Melton sees, and everyone sees that the first sentence of that text, I'm addicted to controlling what strangers think about me, it's a problem, is the running theme through all of these things, from the revenge porn case to this. The judge is going to see that through line. The judge is going to know that you complimented your own cock in the HRO. You made that a focal point of just the whole thing, how wonderful it is. And can you blame Melton there? Can you? I understand. Have some sympathy, Your Honor. Like, who couldn't? That's like, we all see that. He doesn't. So it's not going to go well for him.
Well, and I don't want to say anything that people actually know about. I don't know anything, so I can say this. But how does Patrick play this, knowing now that they're going to bring people onto the stand? What's his attorney going to do? Are they going to bring their own witnesses or evidence? What do they do to counter this?
it's confusing because he's got both of these women for both of the cases.
Yes.
Which, I mean, why are you even bringing Ashley into the one about Nick?
Right. How does that make sense?
What's she going to do there?
Ashley
I'm
only
assuming-
makes sense because the other one involves the child.
Right.
Yes.
Sure.
But
He has to just want them to say nice things about him, right? That's his
Why did he
addiction.
get his mom? His mom writes nice letters. She
There
could
you
have gone
go.
up there and said something.
Right. And if he's actually worried about the kids, then why did he only seek protection from his house, not the kids' not Ashley's house, the kids' school where they do what karaoke practice or whatever.
Or even
Like-
all three children. Like, I get it specifically the one, but why not cover all of them and
Yeah,
get
that
in
is
everywhere
weird.
they go?
Yeah.
Yeah, wherever you could find him.
I mean, Patrick is a monster. He probably would want to try to get a foursome or something going. So yeah, I would think you'd want to cover all your bases on that.
The weird thing is, it's like this is all Streisand effect stuff.
Yeah, it
there's
is.
no one was thinking of doing it, like going to Aaron's house. No one was thinking of like that the kids anything was happening with them, because they weren't really being mentioned for a long time. I don't know if you remember.
Sorry, go ahead.
Go for it, Haley.
I was going to say, any of the places that he went, you would not have found the children anyway. Not at Stoney's, not at the golf course. I'm just saying, it's just very strange. I mean, I know he's specifically, zeroing in on some comments and stuff that have been made. But if you're really concerned about your children and protecting your children, you would think, the threat is that he came around the residence or the school or whatnot. It's just strange. Like, the kid's not going to be at the bar.
If I got a threat against one member of my family, and I have a large family, so I took that family member and left with them, I feel like the other ones would be like, where are you going? Like, she's in danger. We got to go. You'll be fine. Just stay here where everyone can find you. Yeah. We have to get her out of danger. That would be a weird instinct.
I don't know if you remember last year in September, Patrick received a letter from Balin.
Yes. An email,
asking
right?
him. Sorry?
An email?
Email, yeah. Couple of emails asking him, hey, please don't talk about the kids. Like,
and this is the stepfather we're talking about.
Yeah, keep doing the show, but it really stresses out Ashley when you speak about the kids. Please stop. Like, I'd like you to not do that if possible. There was no way to verify who that was from. Like, anyone can spoof him. Like, how do you verify who that's from? But I think since September, there hasn't really been any focus on kids.
And I'm just going to back this up real quick for people who are just joining and maybe don't know all the lore, because there's a lot of lore to get through. The only reason why one of Aaron's kids was ever a part of any of this is because Nick's kids were taken away from him by the state, and Aaron decided he needed to rub that in. So he started taking videos of him and his daughter singing karaoke and making that a part of his show, talking about what a great time he's having with his daughter. And he was taking photos of all of his kids playing and just rubbing it in Nick's face. Like, hey, look at me. I got my kids. That's the only reason. Like, there was never a mention of children before this.
You can go, Patrick did this on the show, but he went back to like the beginning of the Instagram account, Aaron's Steel Toe Morning Show Instagram account. You can still do this now. Go back to the beginning. He posted like 4 times and then didn't post for 2 years until Nick's kids were taken away. And then it was all videos and pictures of Aaron hanging out with his kids, talking about how great it is to be hanging out with his kids. And that wasn't on like an Aaron Imholtz private Facebook for friends and family.
Promoting his show.
It was on the Steel Toe Morning Show Instagram and the Steel Toe Morning Show Twitter.
And I've been watching a lot of people who are getting this all wrong. And you watch people like Keanu, who thinks that like this is all just happening to Aaron and he has nothing to do with it, and everyone else is just so mean and evil. And I kind of went to the Sean from Potentially Criminal. Is he actually an attorney? It seems like he's no idea what he's talking about. But a lot of these people don't realize that Nick would never have come to Hackamania. None of this stuff ever would have happened if Aaron hadn't been the one to spill all the beans and be a narc in the first place. He not only went on his media tour telling everyone the scandalous details of their relationship to great detail.
I think you can say intimate details.
Intimate details.
Right,
intimate
right.
details. I couldn't believe it when I saw it. I was blown away that he would do that. But he also went to the police. He also was one of the people who went to the police who, that factored into the warrant and getting arrested. So the idea that Aaron doesn't ask for all of this, like with his daughter, with all of these retaliations from people, like, yeah, fuck around and find out. That's what's happened in Aaron's world.
I don't know. Going to the police, I mean, that was founded. Like that resulted in charges. And I don't think you can, whatever, like that is a process that
maybe
you can
in New Zealand that's cool, but these parts.
Whatever, like cool or not cool, it's something that's protected, is going and reporting crimes.
Sure.
But he went beyond that to start to bring up personal details of like an intimate relationship between that foursome that wasn't needed for anyone to really bring up. We wouldn't know about the swinging at all if he hadn't brought that up. And he made that a part of his show. The same way there's like people saying that oh yeah, you still can't talk about kids. The reason people talk about Aaron's kids is because Aaron talks about his kids and uses them as weapons in his show. So if you're covering Aaron and you're trying to see what he's doing and trying to understand what he's doing, then the kids become part of that because he makes them part of that. You can't not cover Aaron covering the kid, using the kids.
He does it on purpose, too. I always come back to this because I've studied John Melendez. John Melendez expert. And John does the same thing where he brings his children up knowing that people will respond to that, and then he can use that as a shield to be like, look at these animals. Look at these evil people responding to me talking about my children. Yeah. That's an awful thing to do if you care about your children.
It's another example of what you said earlier about cut off one finger if it means Nick loses two. It's the same thing, just much worse.
Yeah. The actions of someone who actually cares about his kids after that. So say he didn't know, let's be very gracious and say he had no idea people would start talking about his kids if he brought his kids up. A month and a half later, on October, he posted another picture of his kids from Halloween on his Twitter. So, I mean, this is not the actions of someone trying to mitigate damage or to mitigate coverage of that. It's one thing to put it out there and people start to talk about it, but then you start acting in different ways to limit how much people will talk about it. And one of those is by you not talking about it or not bringing them up. He didn't do that. Himself. Well, he has to bring them up.
The other major factor in what's going to go down in this hearing, in my opinion, is the timing of all of this. Because Aaron is claiming, and I see some of his sweepers repeating this, is the thing that happened that was just like he had no choice but to file an HRO was Patrick going to Minnesota to be in the courtroom. However, Aaron went down and filed an HRO the next day against Nick and then waited another week to file one against Patrick. And Patrick hasn't, like we've talked about, hasn't mentioned his kids in months. So why all of a sudden is he afraid a week after he's in Minnesota for his child and himself's safety? It doesn't make any sense. And you have to remind me, anyone who remembers, why July 1st was the date that Aaron did file the HRO against Patrick Melton. Something happened on the 30th.
It was him at the boxing gym talking to Scott. See, the problem is the threat is Patrick learning the truth about who Aaron really is from people who know him.
Right.
That's the threat. But that was the day after he had spoken to Coach Scott.
Well, it was when he was showing some clips of people he talked to and things he did when he was in Minnesota, where he's like, oh, I got to shut this down. It was never about, please don't come back to Minnesota. No one's threatening to come to Minnesota, I promise.
Right. There were no mentions beforehand of, hey, please stop this stuff. Please stop talking about this. Please stop doing this. That never came from Aaron. It just suddenly immediately went to an HRO, which is, I don't know. I think that's a bit premature. Tell the person first, please stop.
It's also insane. It's also insane that he references in the HRO all of these clips with links of Patrick talking about him.
There's no links.
There's URLs.
There's like one or two, but that's
URLs.
it.
But at the same time, Aaron has talked so much shit about Patrick in a defaming way. There's literal defamation from what I've seen. Talking about, I wouldn't do business with Super Tip. They steal customers' information. You can't trust these people. That's legit defamation.
Yeah, but defamation and harassment are two different things. One is someone fearing for their safety. The other one is someone worried about their reputation. But
if you're defaming someone and then you go, I think they're going to do something to me. It's like, yeah, I think they might too, idiots. You're defaming them. You're trying to ruin their business.
We all know it's all libel and slander. All of it.
That's true. Yes, I forgot.
And you skipped over something that I think's really telling, Moody. We discovered this when we were breaking it all down, those HROs. We all pull together clips for shows sometimes. So we have opinions on how it should be done. And this HRO was the clip pulling to save his life and his children. This was the ultimate clip pulling for his his family, and it was so lazy and so shitty and incorrect, often the wrong link to the wrong thing that he wants the judge to see. He's willing to send the judge a full clip of people talking shit about him here, and trusting that the judge is just going to watch this one little bit right here and also do it incorrectly. What a maroon.
I would have pulled the clip separately as a separate file.
Exactly.
Saved it somewhere, made it easy to get to.
Exactly.
He's like, I think it's around the 30-minute, 20-second mark. I don't know. Scrub from there.
After the cum eating, you'll find the bit where I'm a stand-up guy who was a victim. Oh, thanks, Aaron.
All right. One of the things I want to talk about today is the return of the goal this week, because that's been very fun for me, especially yesterday morning.
Before we get to that, can we go
before
over
we get to
a
that, let's talk
couple-
about our goal. Supertip.gg/WATP.
no.
I was doing the perfect segue.
I'm a patient man, but even I have my GD limits. My honor has been assaulted, and this aggression will not stand. I challenge Aaron to an exhibition match. I may be old, but I could still tune this man up like a 2-bit fiddle. Meet me at the gym, you noodle-armed turncoat.
That's a pay-per-view right there. There'd be so much action on that fight. I would love to see it. So thorough, Joe Burrow. I'm guessing Aaron's new lawyer has no idea about his past and is about to get blindsided when his ex-wife hits the witness stand. This is going to be a fun few days of speculating. I can't wait to see what happens at this thing.
I don't think we'll be able to see in there because these are family. This is family violence court. You can't really get an insight.
Patrick's going to see all of it, though.
Right, and he'll tell us. Yeah,
we'll find out all the details. He's a good note taker, that Patrick.
He actually won't see Nick's one.
No, but Nick will. I know that guy too.
Yeah, Nick will need to be in the courtroom for both.
This little piggy will be very interesting a week from today, I have a feeling.
Right.
Tukey might want to get back with it.
Grab
it on his channel.
Unless these just turn into continuances. That would be the worst
It could be
outcome.
nothing. It could be nothing.
But hopefully it gets wrapped up.
Mooby's emotions are beyond that of a woman's. 5 minutes of thinking he would tell you, Nick, and PM would fight this. 5 minutes of thinking. 5 minutes of thinking would tell you, Nick and PM would fight this. It's, again, this fascinating personality defect that's so entertaining. Agreed. It's why we're all glued to it. Remember when we thought this was all dying down? And
Oh, my God.
everything was just going to go away? It's crazy.
I thought the height of it would be the divorce. I'm like, it's peaked. It's fun. This is amazing. And then
keeps getting better.
It keeps getting worse.
We keep talking about more and more. Carl keeps talking about how there's just not enough time to fit all of this news into the limits that we have. There is so much happening all the time. So much has happened this week. And I was tuning into KB right before we came on here, MLC, and somebody chatted in, hey, been gone all week. What did I miss, KB? And KB said, I mean, nothing really this week at all, except I guess, the big news is Clearwater Chad's a landlord. So if this is all too much for everybody, you want to slow things down a little bit to an old man's pace.
Is that why we have twice as many viewers as MLC right now?
I couldn't believe it.
That might be it.
Well,
nothing this week.
They were also talking. I don't watch MLC, but I had Cardiff on my show the other day, and he follows Chad really closely. So he was watching Chad on MLC, and I go, "What are they talking about with him?" They're still talking about the death pool controversy with Chad. I'm like, that was weeks ago.
Yeah,
that's what they're doing. Okay.
He's a landlord, Carl. Can you believe it? This is wild.
Kind of no, but I've been to Buffalo, so kind of yes.
When everything's on fire all the time, eventually you stop seeing the fire.
Right.
And you start noticing
Good
that
point.
Chad's a landlord.
Yeah.
Scarface 222.
You all have a weird parasocial relationship with me. You like my new word? Parasocial. Charlotte also taught me crashing out, which is what you all are doing. HROs for everyone on the panel. Moody, your HRO is being sent via carrier pigeon. See you all in court. Another spin for the toe.
Another spin for the toe. Dang lizard.
I took out an HRO for one of my kids because I couldn't remember what's his face name and the other one's date of birth. I had to act quickly and knew that this Matt Patrick would go after the oldest.
That makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
Weird comment. The stayed 90-day sentence is still on now, right?
Yeah, it ends in August.
Okay. Principled uncertainty.
If this doesn't work, I will try prayer.
Hunter Duke, my man, coming in.
John, Oppie, Chad, hold my beer. I am the king of being the biggest dumbass of the Dabbleverse with doing the most fun show. Have you seen my numbers?
They're not good.
The numbers are
recently.
bad.
They're really going down. He said they're going down on YouTube because they're going up on Kick. On Kick, he's got 7 views.
Why does he think people can't fact check this stuff? Guys, I'm on so many platforms. You can't even believe it. I saw a clip on the Reddit where he was claiming he had 2,000 active viewers at one time this past week. It's just not the case. It's
The
not
way
happening.
Twitter does views is it's based on total people who've seen it.
Yeah.
It can't track who's currently viewing.
Same with Rumble.
I also
no,
truly
Rumble-
believe that he's counting Melton snipe streaming him, and anyone who's
right.
sniping him, I think he counts those numbers as active views.
Well, he
But he's-
apparently
he
got
says-
botted the other day. Did you see that?
What
No,
happened?
I didn't see that.
He went from like 243 live to I think it was like 1,800 people. And he
Oh,
was
he
like,
got
"Oh,
botted,
somebody
okay.
paid." Yeah. But he counted that. He was like, "I'm counting that anyway." We had 2,500 viewers today. I was
That
like,
must have been the clip that I saw, when he was bragging about his viewers. Okay. A Raver Butt says, I'm worried the truth will scare people away. Gay or not gay? Is it gay? Great
Oh,
new
yeah,
game
good
on,
point.
on WATP.
Hit game show.
Is it gay? Game. Cash $10. Imagine being so idiotic that you include a defamation video as an exhibit to your vexatious
Vexatious.
vexatious
There, well done,
HRO.
Chad.
I know, you just zoom-boxed me. We'll cut that out in post. Vexatious HRO. So now the defamation is documented legally. Yeah, putting propaganda videos in as proof that something's happening is not bright. Aaron's feel bads. I love when Moody slowly explains stuff we all know. I don't think you do love that.
I think that's a very self-centered view that you can have because not everyone has the same experience that you have. And so while you may be up to date, and that's very nice, you're very clever, there'll be plenty of other people who've just joined or maybe haven't caught on as quickly as you that need that explanation. So I would just cool it down, like check your privilege and
Check
just
your
sit
privilege.
back.
Yeah, Aaron's feel bads.
Or maybe she was just confessing a fetish and you just shot her down for no reason because of your own insecurities. Allow her to have,
I'm not here to service other people's fetishes, Adam. I'm not a sex worker. Thank you very much.
He's
You
not
don't
just a
get
piece
to
of
decide
meat.
how people process this stream. It's up to them to enjoy it the way they see fit. And I'm open to
Fair
it. You
enough.
should be too.
All right, Moody, you tried to stop me from hitting the goal earlier. Do you remember what you were talking about or what you wanted to say before we move on?
I've got a couple like if we're going to move on from HRO stuff.
Yeah. If you got stuff, let's do it.
I've got a couple videos. So I've been going through the archives a little bit and just seeing what Aaron's mentioned about HROs in the past. So I've got a couple videos from earlier this year. This one is from the... wrong one.
Here we go.
This one's from the 3rd of March. And I don't know if you remember that one of the complaints that Aaron had was they talk about my penis and they make that a central thing about their conversations and that sort of thing. So let's just get started with this.
I don't have a giant kickstand hog. I mean, I'm not upset with it. I'm not angry with it, I'm happy.
I have what I call an adequate piece of equipment.
Like I said, you seen one, you seen mine. Yeah, people saying Nick misses your dick. It's creepy. It's weird. People were emailing me. They're like, you have to get an HRO, blah, 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 and this and that. And I'm like, I know maybe I'm just built different, and I know I am, but like, to me, it's internet shit,
Oh,
It has no bearing on my everyday. It has no bearing on my life. The only bearing it has on my
They
life.
think they know what your dick looks like.
Right. The only bearing it has on my life is I look at it and I go, oh, this guy's in rough shit. I'm just like, this guy's in a
pause
bad.
it for me, please, Moody. My addiction is creating a facade, so everything feels and looks happy, but I'm not being honest. This is incredible. This is a good find right here.
Thank you.
All this internet drama, it just washes off my back. Gives a shit.
It's almost like you're saying I couldn't easily throw a golf tournament. I mean, how hard could that be? That's going to be real easy. You just throw it. I think it'd be a hit. I don't know. Everything this guy says, and he doesn't see a pattern at all. It never
It
changes.
doesn't
Nothing
affect
ages
my
well.
day-to-day life. Doesn't if it's just internet shit.
Bad place. And and then everything else, like you can tell he still hasn't come to grips with what he's done. because he's coping and lying, and they'd ask.
Anyway, he carries.
Why
on
are you
like
holding
this.
yourself, Aaron? He's coping and lying while you're holding yourself tighter than Johnny.
All right. So you like that clip, Carl?
Yeah, that's good.
Well played, my friend. This is
Okay.
why you're an EP on this show, not just a host.
I want to tell you that clip was bullshit. This is nothing. That clip was nothing. That
Oh,
clip
so I wasn't
sucks.
impressed then. Moody, I wasn't impressed at all. I thought that was a waste of time.
Look,
that-
this
is that what I'm
next
supposed to say?
clip is gonna blow your mind so much. I need you to react from now, saying like, "Holy shit, this is amazing!" Because you're gonna be in debt. You can't pay it back.
Moody, we're live on the air right now. I don't know if you
Everybody can
realize
hear
that.
this.
Yeah, like everyone can hear this conversation we're having. It's going to seem really disingenuous.
It is. I can't tell you. I can't overstate
It's really calling
how
a shot right
amazing
here.
this next clip is gonna be.
Okay.
He's right.
Even with this,
But first, I want to thank the people. No, go ahead.
I just want you to remember how you are before you see this next clip, because
I'll never
it's
be the
gonna
same.
change.
I'll never
It's
be the
gonna
same
change
again.
you. All right. So this clip is from exactly 1 month to the day before Aaron files an HRO against one Nick Rekieta.
$5 from Anonymous Fake Dono says, do you have an order of protection against Nick? His anger during his exchange with Kiki was concerning. If Nick ever showed his face anywhere near me, which he never would, I ain't going to be the one who's going to need protection if he tries to pull that shit. I ain't worried about Nick fucking Rekieta. Nick the Worm Rekieta. Like I
Okay,
said,
pause it.
if we wanted
Pause
to
it, pause it,
save
pause it. The only thing Aaron could do is the Alex Jones defense. I'm playing a character.
Yeah.
This is not me. I obviously I'm playing it up for the show, which you lose a lot of credibility when you have that defense. But what else is he going to be able to say after this?
It
gets
gets
better.
worse.
This is
I think
crazy.
it's gonna get worse. I think it's better.
Creator clash with that card, with that fight, in order to make it fair. Round 1, no punching from me. Round 2, southpaw. If he can't get the job done by round 3, I'll put him out of his misery. I mean, he shows up in my fucking driveway. You don't think that I could make him part of the pavement if he tried some shit? I am not. You know, one of the wonderful things about knowing how to fight is you don't have to brag about knowing how to fight. You can let the reality do the talking.
What an idiot.
So no, order of protection, couple of things. I'm a public figure. You can pretty much say whatever you want about me. And that's like, again, when your enemy's making mistakes, don't interrupt them. But like, I don't need protection from Nick Rekieta. Felons can't own guns anyway. A lot of
Thank you.
I don't need protection from Nick Rekieta.
Wow.
Wow.
It's close.
I'd like to say you're welcome to Nick Rekieta for providing his entire defense case. My bill will be in the mail.
No doubt.
I think you just need to go into court and play that, and that's it.
But also the fact that, and we talk about this all the time, I think we were debating it earlier in the show, is he aware of the reality or is he dumb? And he is aware of the reality. He does know he's a public figure. And that Patrick can talk about him on his show, and we can talk
say
about
what
him
he
on
wants.
this little piggy, and he can talk about us, and all of this is fair game. We're all putting ourselves out there. He can't necessarily talk about private citizens who are minding their own business, and he has 2 people that he never talks about for that specific reason. But he knows that. He knows it's a public figure, and you can't take out HROs against people. And that's why I was watching a lot of these Keanu clips. I don't know if we're going to get to it on this show, but it's outrageous. And same with Sean, where they're just like, well, what do you expect? This guy just keeps talking shit. It's like, yeah, it's called doing a show.
I genuinely think that he thought he would get everything he asked for in the HROs when he applied, which what he wanted was for everybody to stop talking, obviously. But because those were the 2, with Ashley and Kayla, where they can't, he can't say a word, or couldn't, I guess, up until January with her. He thought it would be that simple for him to get. So the rest of it, he had no clue about it, or didn't think that far, I guess. And definitely didn't think they were going to fight it. So
I haven't followed professional wrestling in a while, but this is often compared to that. A lot of things in this world are.
Yeah.
But when like Mr. Wonderful Paul Orndorff was talking shit about
Well,
Hulk Hogan.
it has been a while.
It's been a minute. Sorry. When Andre the Giant or the Iron Sheik were talking about Roddy Piper, is that better? Was there ever a situation where the actual Roddy Piper took out a restraining order against one of the other wrestlers and then used what they said on the show as either defense or offense? Like, where does this fall into that? How do you get to say you're in a movie, you're in a TV show playing a character, so when I make direct threats about this person or say, come meet me at this place, at this bar, at this time, I can't be held accountable for what happens? They're delusional and crazy and need the court and the state to keep them away from me. Where does this begin and end?
The Iron Sheik's like, you don't understand. Hulk Hogan's on the same airplane as me. We're going to the same venue. We're staying in the same hotel. This guy's stalking me.
Yeah, and he's clearly very angry with me. Somebody needs to step in. Like, how does this work?
Gene, he's very upset with me. It's a good point.
He's talked a lot about being a public figure in the past, and he draws this distinction between public figures and private citizens. Yeah. And for the most part, agreeable. But what happens when part of the public figure's persona is bringing up a private citizen that is close to them? At what point can you, are you not allowed to mention that? Like, if there's someone constantly talking about their kid or their wife or their sex life or that sort of stuff as part of their show, is that not part of their public persona?
All I know is everything changes for these public figures when the attack is on them. When it's about them and their feelings, all the rules suddenly change.
This is a parallel to Howard Stern, who was the free speech advocate. And I grew up thinking that Howard's all about free speech and fuck the FCC. And then as soon as people start talking shit about him, he has them silenced. He's like, no, you have to talk shit about me. That's not how this works. I get to talk shit about you. Mm-hmm. He went after Brother Weeze is the morning disc jockey in Rochester. And when Howard first came to Rochester, he was going after Brother Weeze's handicapped daughter. And he was like going hard in the paint. And so, to your point, Moody, Weeze talks about this on his show. Does that give Howard the ability to make fun of this person who's not a public figure, but their dad is, and mentions them? I mean, in the rules of the 90s, there was no lawsuits. There were no cease and desists. It was all fair. It was all on the table.
Yeah. Like, it's, I mean, I think Haley and I are in similar positions where we're both in relationships, but we don't make that part of our show. Like, we did the
what the fuck? What are we doing?
There she is.
Bye, guys.
I thought she did it herself. Like, thanks for the doxing, Moody. I'm out.
But it's like, we don't talk about members of our family or, like, apart from, like, incredibly passing references, but, like, even the names of people in our family aren't really brought up on the show. I think, Adam, you're similar as well. Carl, you talk about your family a lot, so that's different.
That is
true.
You're hilarious. You're hilarious. Adam, have you come out yet publicly, or are you still holding on to that? Like, where are we at with that? Okay, well, you hold on to that. That's
Name names, Adam. Let's go.
The point is, it's up to you whether you want to do that or not.
Well, it was until you brought this shit up on a public show, and now it's up to you.
Well, yeah, it is up to you. Like, can we not have a meta conversation about it, Adam?
Of course we can.
Are you afraid of that? What are you hiding? What are you trying to hide, Adam?
From people like that. I'm trying to actually protect them instead of use them as human shields, like we've been discussing.
So you just don't mention
Of course,
that, and
you just stay away from it. There's no need to. There's no need to bring it up and make it a punchline or anything. If you don't want to, unless your bit is about parenthood and you're a family man and all your act is about your relationship with your kids, then you deal with it. They know what's coming. Mm-hmm. Not just conveniently when you need something to hide behind, right?
Yeah, this show is going so strong and so smoothly that I feel
gotta
like
run
it
this to a halt,
needs to be ruined. We need to come to a screeching halt at supertip.gg/WATP. Shroomdiff Nuclear coming in.
Oh, and so anyway, this toe is a woman. I mean, so yeah, it's apparently fake super tip, and again Shuli, and now this Bush. Woo woo! And what the fuck is I'm Moody. I'm lost. Chad Zumuk. This ass cancer on mouth.
All right.
Great Kevin Brennan, everybody. Silence do good. I hope Patrick gets to explain to the judge what a locale is and why Aaron is one. He'll have his attorney explain it, I'm sure.
You don't need to go that far. You just say, I'm reporting on this very public case. I mean, it's
of course
even covered on the news.
Dude, when I saw people trying to... And okay, after this, we're definitely going to the potentially criminal stuff that I was watching on Pretty Antisocial, because it blew me away how dumb this guy is. I'm like, he's claiming to be an attorney. I don't know if he is an attorney, but the fact that he's just like, this guy's taking pictures and video of this guy, it's like, yeah.
It's embarrassing.
In public, believe it or not.
Yeah, like at the courthouse, of course. What are you talking about? Whip coming in.
Just ignore the fact I took my kids to a Coke den. Carl, where the hell is my Minnesota DSP voice? That is a genius idea from a fan.
That is a really good idea from a fan. We do need to work on that Dark Side Phil voice for Aaron. But the idea that you can't take photos of someone who's going to court, they literally have a person who sketches it if there's no photography allowed, because that's how badly we all want to see what's going on in the courtroom. It's ridiculous to say.
But like, no one took photos of him inside the court.
No, they didn't.
So
AO 1012 coming in.
My philosophy on boxing is if you get your ASS kicked in the first round, you don't understand the sweet science. And why does Mud Shark guy keep asking me for my credit card information?
That's funny.
Please, Scott, let me clean the locker rooms just once. I can do such a good job.
Principled uncertainty again coming in.
Bullshit artists like me are doomed in the internet era. Turns out you can't just lie all day and not contradict yourself. SP, rock me gently and sing something racist.
I think that really was Aaron.
Yeah, believe every word.
Arguably, Mubi is a victim of Kiwi Farms. Hours a day reading propaganda has emboldened him into multiple wrong decisions. That's a great point, and one that I can't believe I've already forgotten about, because it was one of the greatest charts Moody has ever put together.
It's true.
Is that the amount of time he was spending on Kiwi Farms and just being vindicated over and over again, to the point where you're just like, well, everyone's on my side. The entire internet's on my side.
We see that delusion a lot here in the Dabbleverse.
Yeah.
It would be so fascinating if a case like this, which could broke nationwide, so that he really, when he says everyone thinks he actually means everyone, not just this very, very small little corner. I wonder how he'd handle that when he can't, fight it all in one front when it's so many.
Because the only way to handle stuff is to gaslight his audience and to lie and pretend that it's not happening. So that would be tough.
He's gone to the source for it. Like, this is the epicenter of where the Nick hate sentiment is, which de facto means
That's true.
Aaron is great because Nick hates Aaron. So therefore Aaron's a good way to hate on Nick. But we see this leak out sometimes, that like the containment breaks out of Kiwi Farms. If you say anything that is critical of Aaron or not condemning Nick to death, it immediately turns into accusations of like Nick sweeping, you're bullwashing. Like, all of these people with Kiwi Farms lingo start to rip into you. And I think the opposite of that is true, where you have people like Sean, potentially criminal, or all these other people in LawTube who started to go up against Nick after everything fell apart. They see the positive side of that, where as soon as they say something critical or say, here's a hole in Nick's case, suddenly they're receiving accolades, they're being patted on the back, and that would feel really, really good for them. So I think these people are just, high on the affirmations that are coming out of there, but they're also rooted in just hating Nick for some reason.
I think what Aaron might not realize is that they're both an addiction. You can be addicted to like reading bad reviews of yourself. It's still a big, charge internally.
Yeah, Vito Gesualdi. You can do that.
There you go.
5,000 El Camino. You want to read this one for me, Moody?
Moody isn't Mufdu, he's Gins Geek in New Zealand.
Okay, thank you. No idea what that was. Thanks. Now do it slower. All right, Aaron's feel bad.
That's what I'm talking about. See, you were kink shaming her.
This is just for the hot chick. Go Skaroo. Cool cut casting coming in. Think he's talking to Adam. Rude Rick Rude became a YouTube member. Thank you very much for becoming a YouTube member. We have 2 bonus shows that come out every single month, and you get to see the shows on Saturdays as well on this channel when you're a member. Wasabista. Haley, I'm not like all those other guys. Is that a good pickup line?
It's good to know. Yeah.
Yeah, it's a good start.
Take a note.
Laziest Man on Mars, SJ and Steel Toe will always be bad 5th grade liars. They do have that in common.
Yeah.
They love lying. They can't stop it. They're really, really bad at it.
Their lies don't need to be consistent. Like, they're just in the moment lies that stand on their own, because the next day or the next hour, the next sentence sometimes contradicts one thing that they've just said before.
Always living in the present.
They both think that gives them that like strength and ability in a fight, that they don't have a past and a present, a past and a future in that moment, and that other people are tied to that. They'll just say whatever, so they win the battle, lose the war.
Right. All right, this is potentially criminal. This guy, Sean, and I've mentioned it multiple times on the show. Is he an attorney?
Yes.
Okay. I know he's a Lawtuber, so I assume that he was.
He's practicing, yeah.
He's
okay.
one of the most well-placed people to be commenting on this stuff, which is like a great opportunity for him to not really have to take sides or do anything like that, but just comment on the legal realities of the case. Because
wouldn't that be interesting if he would do that?
Right. Because there's been interesting foibles on both sides, if you want to say that. Like, there's been like, what's the consequences of a badly filed HRO where you don't fill out the details? That would be interesting to explore those legal consequences.
Well, maybe he will, Moody. Let's find out with this video from Alyssa Clips.
All right. Sorry. I have thoughts.
You know, the threats made to the victims follow 6/1/23 to the present. The defendant frightening the victim with threatening behavior, 2024. You're like, okay, well, those aren't as big an issue as.
Okay. So he's circling this HRO, but this isn't the HRO. This is the paperwork that was filed for the HRO. And so it was very generic. He said mean things about me from June of 2023 to present, and I didn't like it. And so even Sean's going, that's not a big deal. But this is a bombshell right here.
Also, all these sentences have as follows written in there, and then there's no follows. It's just left. And he doesn't comment on it.
I would give him an F if this was a test. He would get an F on this. Is incomplete. Try again.
This one. And that kind of lays the groundwork for Aaron to bring this up now. And it's like, showed up and did stuff here. So, pictures of the victim without permission as follows on 6/25/25. Showing up to court going, and I got my, yeah, great. You went and touched the cow, and now you might have a problem with the court because
you went and touched the cow.
Yeah, there's don't tip the cow, don't touch the poop. It's all.
Yeah. Okay. Anyway, so has this guy who's an attorney, you're telling me, has he ever seen when people are leaving the courtroom and they're covering up their face because there's photographers there who are taking photos and video? They don't want to be seen. Does he think that those people should all be arrested who are taking the photos and video? Or is this how journalism works?
Does he not see the inside of a courtroom where there's a bailiff present 100% of the time?
What is he talking about here? He's like, this is where he really has a case. This guy was trying to take a photo of him outside the courtroom.
All 100% of the time that Aaron and Patrick have been in the same room, a bailiff was overseeing everything.
But he wanted to take a photo of him, though, Moody. He wanted to get a photo of him outside of the courtroom.
And the judge specifically ruled that he can get even closer to get a better shot.
True.
Is that an optical zoom or a digital zoom? Because go ahead and walk right over there.
Yeah.
You hopped on a plane. Remember that part I told you, Chad? I didn't think he'd be able to get one against it, but you know what? It's a good argument. Milton flew.
How is that a good argument?
1,000 miles at the last.
What does that have to do with anything? How many miles he flew? How he got there? The transportation? When he bought his ticket?
Humans
None of this is all moot.
It's unnatural for humans to be breaking the laws of physics through flight. If God intended us to fly, Your Honor,
this is why I'm blown away. This guy's an attorney, because I thought he would give some analysis, like you were saying when you were trying to ruin my entire presentation here. When you think there'd be like legal analysis on this, and this is why you would say this, and this is what he should have done, or this is why this is good. And he just goes, "Yeah, Patrick really screwed the pooch and touched the cow when he got on an airplane and flew 1,000 miles." Who cares how many miles it is? Who cares how we got there?
To get one against it, but you know what? It's a good argument. Milton flew 1,000 miles at the last minute to come with Aaron. If that doesn't sound like harassment, I don't know what does. And then,
Well, when you say fuck with Aaron, then
Yeah.
that sounds like harassment. But what he was really doing was reporting on it. This was the First Amendment. It's literally the First Amendment. It's all covered. He's fine.
Is this not harassment of Melton, with him looking through Melton's legal paperwork and commenting on it and showing it to hundreds and thousands of people? Sean, you shouldn't be harassing people like this.
I know.
What are you doing?
It's so
It's
silly.
a bad look. Like, what are we doing here?
In the Diddy trial, Rotten Mango is an internet news person who flew from wherever she is to be at that trial. She was there every day and covering it so aggressively that into the trial at some point, and they sketched this out. Diddy looked for her, pointed at her, did one of those "I'm watching you" and mouthed the words that everyone there can attest, "I know you. I know you," which is like as much of a threat as you can give while you're handcuffed in front of a bailiff sitting there, and no one filed an HRO against anyone. There was no legal recourse because this is how it is. People are allowed to do things like that, whether it scares you or not, and especially if you're on trial and if you're a journalist. If you're out on the street, maybe it's different, but this argument that while he's in a courtroom, no one can do that is ridiculous.
Yeah.
sharing private sexual images without permission.
Sharing private sexual images. I'm so glad Moody came with definitions last week to prove these were not sexual images. No one was turned on by these.
You'd think I was the lawyer digging into what the definition of like intimate and sexual images are.
Here's my definition of a sexual image. Who's beating off to this? No one? Okay, then we're good.
That's a low bar.
Okay, maybe someone is. Good point. Someone's whacking a bean to this somewhere. All right.
Hackamania. Like, you played your fucking self here, man.
That's insane. All right, I want to back that up. This is a crazy thing to say. Let's listen to this whole thing.
And then, sharing private sexual images without permission during fucking Hackamania. Like, you played your fucking self here, man.
What kind of analysis is this? You played yourself here, man. So Patrick deserves a harassment restraining order because of the content at a live show in Vegas. Again, 1,000 miles away from Aaron, because that matters. For some
He was
reason.
invited.
He was invited.
And actually ended up doing a video that was presented. There is
He's a
part
contributor.
Of Hackamania.
He was a contributor, and he accepted the invitation and said, on the grounds that we all fight in a boxing ring, we all went, yes, let's go.
If he was an actual celebrity, sending in a personalized, brand new, never before seen video would be their appearing at the event. They'd be allowed to put their name up in the credits. It's an endorsement.
True.
Why not comment on the legal ramifications of participating in an event which you claim is based around harassment of you?
This gets even dumber here.
You did it in a way that, you've been monitoring and following him for years. And if Aaron went back and screenshotted all the fucking times you talk about him, you look like a fucking loon.
What does looking like a loon have to do with anything, Sean? We're trying to talk about the legal ramifications. Like, this guy's been making fun of him for a while. Yeah, we've all enjoyed it a lot. It's been great. We hope it keeps going. Fucking idiots.
And then here, this is the worst thing of all. You made uninvited visits to the victim as follows. You went to Stoney's. You went to the gym.
Did he write that?
Melton, I'm going where I want to go. It's like, now you look like a fucking lunatic. You look like you're harassing somebody, man.
So Stoney's, a place that Aaron advertises on every single one of his shows and tells people to go down there.
Yeah.
He invites people to go to Stoney's. This gym, which Aaron and Coach Scott have both on video multiple times invited anyone to head down to the gym and show up.
Remember when Ethan Ralph was in Minnesota?
Yes.
And Aaron had to get down to that gym and put on all of his gear and challenge Ethan and Ralph to a fight. Get down here right now. And now, when Patrick goes down there and we know that Aaron's not there, it is the definition of harassment.
Right. Go back and there's a compilation on the NLO channel of Aaron.
We don't
Aaron
promote
and
that channel on this show.
Sorry. But it's Aaron and Patrick. Aaron challenging Patrick to a boxing fight and Patrick accepting, and then Aaron putting up more and more stipulations. This had been back in 2023. And it went from Aaron will fly Patrick out to Minnesota all the way to you need to find your own way to Minnesota. We won't set up a date for it. Actually, just turn up on any Thursday and I'll be there. So just show up at the gym whenever you want. I'll be there and we'll fight.
But according to Sean, this seems like he's a lunatic. What does he think?
You know, that was so fucking retarded. You gave him like ammunition for his case.
Did he?
Jesus.
This is the worst legal analysis I've ever seen.
I can't wait to hear Moody like, no, mate, I don't think that works like that. It's like, it does, though. It does.
That's why
that was a good Moody, though. That was spot
on.
That's
a pretty good Moody. Yeah, I'll give him that.
No, mate. I don't think it works like that. You can't just you can't just say it's a bad
he
look.
Called it. He called it.
Boom! In your face.
This is some good stuff coming from here.
This is where this is some really good stuff, you know.
Is it?
Yeah, so right now he's reading this essay that Aaron turned in with his final report to try to get extra credit. And the analysis, which we've already talked about this last week, the analysis from Sean is, this is good stuff right here. All right, let's see what's really good here.
He says, I've never met Melton in person, never seen him in person, even when he traveled halfway across the country to stalk my advertisers.
Huh. Hard to harass someone if you've never met someone or seen them in person. And even when they came to where you live, you never had contact with them. What a bad harasser this guy is.
Keep that person 500 feet away from my house at all times.
Yeah.
We'll do 250.
Right.
The people I do business, even myself at a court hearing, I never met him. Waiting directly outside the elevator with his phone out to take pictures and videos of me.
It's called content creation. I don't know if you know what Patrick's job is, but he's a content creator.
Yeah, it does make you look like a fucking crazy person, Melton.
Or really good at your job.
Oh, man. All these,
I'd argue he's really, really good at his job. The fact that he's just like, God, I got to fucking get on an airplane and get some content out of this.
Have you heard of these guys called, news reporters who, show up at Trump's house? They
That's
literally
gross.
go to the house he lives at.
What?
They've got cameras.
They
And they're,
ask him questions?
asking questions. These fucking creeps, man. What are they doing?
This is so stupid. But he must be making this video for Kiwi Farms. Right?
Yes.
That's the only
that's
explanation for why you'd make a video like this that's so dumb.
It is so
He seems to have
it's bending backwards to such a degree that it's undermining any legitimacy he has as a lawyer.
Right.
He goes from being one of the people that are most fit to talk about it to demonstrating exactly why he's one of the people you absolutely should not be listening to.
Yeah.
Of me. Yeah, it does make you look like a fucking crazy person, Melton. He seems to have a psychological problem where he believes we're in some...
Talk about what the consequences of looking like a crazy person is. Be colloquial, sure, but tell us what that means legally in court when he's up in front of a judge. What does that mean for Patrick, for Aaron? Yeah. What happens if Aaron can't prove these claims? Say that. So tell us.
I bet somebody who's guilty is watching this guy's legal breakdown and going, I need this guy. This guy knows how to spin some shit. He can look at a piece of, and just turn it into what, he's really reaching. It is actually impressive to see him continuing this argument, even though he has to say to himself, well, that would be a stupid thing to do. And you're like, why don't you continue with that? It makes you look insane. No, we're just going to move past that and go back to the other stuff. I bet he's effective.
Sort of relationship. He believes we know each other is entitled to information on myself. I've never interacted with him in real life. I do believe he has some sort of delusion where he believes he's a part of my life. He's even threatened my children publicly with sexual acts.
Okay. Would you lead with that? If that's true, he threatened my children with sexual acts. If that's true, that is the entire case on here. Wouldn't it be? I'm afraid of this guy. I think he's going to beat me up. Oh, he wants to essay my child. Did I mention that? No,
but he went to my gym. He went to my gym where I work out, where my gloves are.
He wanted to buy a hat at Stoney's. Oh, yeah, then there's this thing with essaying my child.
Where I drink my beer, Your Honor. And he messed around with my kid a little bit, I think, but
Kind of losing the thread.
What's her name?
I can't remember which one, but it was one of them. She's very upset about it.
And it's so fascinating to see somebody like Aaron who conveniently, when he wants to, puts himself in the same category as a Rogan or a Stern or a Cumia. But when he wants to, he's also like, I'm just a simple local radio man. I'm not used to people taking my picture and coming up to me when I'm with my kids. I didn't sign up for this.
Yeah, he's the king of having it both ways.
Mm-hmm.
He does it nonstop, even during the same show. He wants to have it both ways, that he's got all the viewers and he's beating all of us. And then he's like, look, I'm just a tiny little local show that just does our own thing. We don't know what we're doing over here.
I didn't expect people
They
to
just
show up to the
can-
things I'm advertising publicly.
Yeah.
How
No
dare
one's
ya.
ever gone to Stoney's because I told them to. This is the first
That was
time it's
crazy.
ever
Yeah,
happened.
they must be here to kick my ass.
He doesn't even go to Stoney's.
I know.
Right. That's the other thing, too, when they're like, that's his bar. Isn't it like a half an hour from his house?
Yeah, it's a while. It's
That's not
pretty
even
far
close.
away. Aaron drinks the old-fashioned, like weird old fashions on his deck. Like that's what Aaron.
Stop harassing him.
Same thing with the golf course. Isn't it the same thing with the golf course, though? Doesn't he?
That's not his golf course, right?
Right.
Yeah, Wapakata's not his golf course.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Like themselves over here. That's all they. It's so stupid. Like you just made it easy. You made a win for the toe. Which, like, if Milton can't talk about Aaron, oh my God, NLO is gonna fucking implode.
Okay. He's going to make a prediction in a second here, but this is what I think is so dumb about this. Instead of actually going through the actual HRO, he's just going through the complaint.
Right.
And he's jumped to the conclusion that Melton can't talk about Aaron anymore, which is not the case at all.
Right.
Which you're like, what are we even talking about? How have you not done the research into the further paperwork to realize that that's not the case? But then he talks about this show, and I'm concerned.
That would be pretty fucking interesting. I mean, that would be if Nick wins his HRO, but Melton loses his. That would actually be probably the funniest outcome ever.
Why would that happen? So they both have restraining orders that force them to be a certain distance from this person. One of them lives an hour away. The other one is in Las Vegas. Why would Nick lose or Patrick would lose and Nick would win?
Because Patrick has the power of flight.
Like, think about it. Aaron wins against Melton, but loses against Nick. That is probably the funniest version of events.
Why? What does that mean?
I don't know.
How do you get to that conclusion? How is this content? What are you doing?
He never
But
explained.
yeah, then
anything.
Melton actually gets in trouble because I assume he would break it. I mean, think about it. This little piggy, he'd have to stop doing this little piggy now.
Yeah, we're fine. In fact, Patrick, take the rest of the summer off.
Like literally, Aaron would fucking shut them down. He would shut down episodes of This Little Piggy because This Little Piggy's all about Aaron. I mean, if you think about it, they made a whole fucking show about fucking Aaron. Like, how fucking mental are these people? Like, they would.
You know what, Sean? The worst part is this isn't even the first show I started about just one person. So, pretty mental, I guess, is the answer. Pretty mental.
have
Nick
no more
Rekieta's-
show. Who would they?
Nick Rekieta's thread on Kiwi Farms is over 10,000 pages long.
Yeah.
So, like, for him to be talking to this audience, telling them, oh, these people are insane because they're focusing on a person. I think, hello, like,
Yeah. Welcome to the internet.
right.
Like, mental are these people? Like, they would have no more show. Who would they make fun of now?
Well, I can answer that question, but that's not something we need to do on this show.
Hey, a few more of those 20s, I'm a happy pig.
Stop, forget why we call it
But
This
it's-
Little Piggy.
It's crazy. No one was made fun of until Aaron came along, and he's the only person that gets made fun of ever in the world.
We're all going to be destitute if we have to stop. So we've got to
Right.
tread lightly.
How long have we been waiting for something to come down the pike that's just never coming? It's been years now.
Decades.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Birdwitch's Bald Eagle put this together in the subreddit. The Cope Pose greatest hits so far.
Oh my gosh.
Aaron is one of the easiest people to make a thumbnail from. I never struggle to scrub through and find the right spot to create the thumbnail with this guy.
It's fascinating. Like, he is a fascinating character.
He really is. That's why we're here. That's why we're doing it. And you know what? That's also why the fine folks are going over to supertip.gg/WATP, because they want to be a part of it, and they can do that like Cash is doing.
Wait, Haley is in a relationship. You could have fooled me. I have to keep telling her, hey, my eyes are up here.
Whoa.
Thanks, Coach Scott.
Coach Scott is a catch.
I love him. I love him very much.
Dead fool.
Dong sip transplant.
Congratulations, Tom. You win an HRO.
Very good. Latest man on Mars.
Moody. Out of the long, long list, what are you most insecure about? Donna Summer wants to know.
Hey, do we have a Haley voice on this super tip system?
Haley does.
Do you? I want a Haley voice. Let's get a Haley voice on here. I also have to get the Rocco doing Chad.
I've
enabled it.
You told me I could do that in my system. I couldn't find it.
I enabled it for you because
Thank
you.
you.
Didn't do it.
Yeah, it's fun. It's fun.
Tommy from Rhode Island. Nick was a test run. Once he saw how quick easy the first HRO passed, he took it as a win and realized he could get a second easy win and went after Patrick Melton. He's also too lazy to fill out the two forms in one visit.
He
needed a week in
changed
between.
He changed the template between the first and the second one. He didn't use the same one for both of them.
Right.
Really? What's the second one?
The
What's the
first
difference?
one had like yes, no, and he had to circle them. This one had like date ranges that he could fill out. So he changed his method.
Wasabista.
After the hearing, the judge and I were laughing about how this revenge porn charge is just lawfare. She complimented me on my knowledge of legal terminology, and I playfully squeezed her buttocks.
Sounds right. Sean is like Stuttering John arguing a case. Oh, yeah? Well, he made fun of my trans kid. I'd win in the court of public opinion. John's
The jury has decided that is not cool.
Lazy Man on Mars, Stuttering John, and Steel Toe. Yep, we read that one. Papa Blah. Aaron is aware and unaware simultaneously. He needs to win now in perpetuity, no matter the cost. All right, we're going to get into the goal in just a minute. I'm very excited about the goal coming back, and Beggy Monster has returned. The Beggy Monster is floating behind him throughout the episode. Annie looks hot today. Can't fool me, Haley. Aaron is unfrozen caveman lawyer.
He really is.
Pete Czar, Adam, I've stolen your better and better line for use in daily conversation. It confuses everybody, and that's why I like it.
That's exactly right, Peter Czar. You're using it correctly.
How you doing, by the way, Adam?
Better and better. How you doing?
Great. Eric Stone, how is it harassment when Patrick hasn't contacted Aaron? It's maximally un-American. Yep. Yeah. He even says in the harassment restraining order that he's never had contact with this person. Dark Side Aaron, $5. I'm honestly asking, isn't the same guy who said Melton is going away for the big hack that he totally did against Aaron? Isn't this the same guy? Is that Sean we were just watching?
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't follow him all that closely. So he also thought that the FBI was involved in the Google account hack that we used to hear about.
Yeah.
Do these people ever lose credibility? How does this work? They just
No, none of those doomsday people who say the world's going to end on New Year's Eve.
Right.
They just do it again the next year. Nobody cares.
It's true.
I feel like people stop listening to Jenny McCarthy, though. Doesn't it come to an end at some point? We're just like, all right, this person's an idiot. We're done with this.
Doesn't Alex Jones still have a show?
He does.
There you go.
Once everyone's got autism, it doesn't matter anymore. You don't need to keep. You don't need to be worried about it spreading.
All right, let's get into the goal, guys. That's what I'm here for. I'm always here for the goal.
Correct. Thank you for gifting that membership. $85 away from today's goal. Hey, guys, we got a half hour left. I would really appreciate it if we knock out this goal, especially.
That was not joy.
This is how I first fell in love with this guy. You know, I didn't know anything about the swinging and drug use and everything else.
When you love what you do, every day is just a gift. We got a half hour. Jesus.
We got a half hour left. I would really appreciate it if we knocked out this goal, especially since we've made $15 in the last hour and a half. This is a fucking disaster.
That it says another perfect week
Yeah.
underneath him scrolling as he's doing this.
This is a fucking disaster, he just said. Could you imagine being the host of a show? You're the only person on there and declaring it a fucking disaster.
And you're the host on the air while
And
it's happening.
and it's a perfect week, and you're declaring it a disaster. What do the bad weeks look like?
Didn't he used to have program directors who would sit down with them, do an air check, and just be like, hey, you can't be telling the audience it's a disaster. They're going to believe you after a while.
Redbird with oh no, I did the disrespect. Say no more. All right, thank you. Oh my God, $85 away. Streamlabs, PayPal, Venmo, Super Chats, Rumble Rants, please.
He's getting good credits to that again. He got out of it for a little while.
Yeah.
He's getting it back. He's got the cadence right. He's got all the syllables.
With those legal bills piling up, he's got 3 different attorneys at the moment. So.
Yes. He has to be regretting this HRO that's costing him so much money, right? Money and time and aggravation.
I think there's something in the back of his mind going, I might win this. It's a push, but I might win.
I think he's regretting it.
In there and help us out and knock out the rest of this so we can have a shot at a W today. It was looking like fait accompli a little while ago, and I guess I fucked that up. But finish it up, 85.
Okay.
$5, 30 minutes left. Let's go.
All right, let's fast forward past the airplane story that he does, and he gets back into begging for the goal.
Great.
25 minutes left in the show. Any chance?
That looked just like us from the intro of the show. We're all pretending to be Aaron freaking out, stressing out about it. Let's watch that again. That's fun.
25 minutes left in the show. Any chance we could get $85 here in the next 25 minutes? This was a fucking disappointing program. Holy shit. I had it fucking knocked cold today. Fucking crushing it. I feel like a guy on the plane now. I'm the baddest motherfucker in the world. Can't make $85
He's
to
just
knock out today's goal. All right, guys.
Sitting there performing ablutions, to help him cleanse himself of the lack of goal.
Yep.
Well, he blamed OBS crashing for this one. This is the only show I saw all week, and he only needed 100 at the top of I guess it was the second hour. OBS crashed back and forth a couple of different times, and then from that point on, it was like, well, I know I didn't do a good show, but I made $5 in the last hour. He's like, come on, y'all.
Yeah. The self-doubt seeps in so quickly and so violently with this guy. I've never witnessed this. If I was friends with this guy, I'd stop being friends with him. I'd be like, oh, you're a problem.
Why would you be
It's
vocal
gonna get
about
fucked.
these feelings?
Yeah.
Like, if I really don't get it. Like, there's part of the theatrics to it, but if you're feeling all this, don't let anybody know that. And if you have a bad poker face, that's bad enough, but don't vocally, I don't know. He's a mess.
He acts like he has a crew and all these people. He likes to pretend that there's a we. He refers to we a lot. If there was a producer off camera doing shit like that, you'd be like, we got to talk after the show. You can't sit there in front of people and pout and moan about how badly you think it's going in front of my audience. This is the host. He's on camera just shitting on his audience. What if we thought it was fun? What if we had a fun time? What if we had a fun back and forth because I chatted in or you did my topic and I was pleased with you? Like, no, it was fucking miserable. Pay up. Where's my $85?
Or if you came in on the third hour and didn't know.
The best part is, Adam, is that he gets rewarded when he acts like this because he'll eventually get the goal. And so it's reinforced that this is how to react.
Oh, jeez.
Not realizing that this is embarrassing. Like, this is the thing that this little piggy is built on.
No, this is how you get things done in his mind. You're right. That's crazy.
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah.
He's like, I'm starting
to sweat. I'm starting to sweat, guys. Please, I need more. I need to. I really need something to help me clean up. I've run out. I need you to pay.
That's a good idea. I should start showing dollars on this.
That means that's exactly who he is off camera too, and that's how he acts and deals with people in relationships. It's just like that.
I bring it back to Chris D'Elia, the shit that came out about him manipulating these women that he's having all these affairs with. And, there's interviews with these girls talking about how he would threaten to off himself if the girl wasn't happy with him or didn't answer the phone call or didn't want to stay up all night sexting with him or whatever was going on. It's like, it's not that, obviously, but it's the same level of manipulation. You can only imagine what it's like. We got to cross-examine Slam Piece when she's up on the stand. I got some questions.
The Crystalia one is interesting because he played that character in the second season of You. I don't know if you've seen that show.
I haven't seen that show, but he also played that character on Workaholics too.
Right, but like,
he's been typecast.
he plays a comedian who has like an underage sex cult around him, and he manipulates them into having sex with them.
What an actor, huh? He really believed
to
it.
do that, like hide in the open like that is. I mean, we see that here as well.
It's next level.
Well, let me let me just put out there without getting too deep into it. He's a comic. He's not an actor, right? Actors can play roles.
That was a joke. I'm saying he was doing what he knows.
I just want to actually validate what you said in a way that doesn't incriminate me. So I'm gonna walk on a really fine line here. A comic. He's not an actor. He hasn't done that kind of work, but he's a funny, fun personality who puts himself out there with his agent that reps comics as an actor, and then he puts himself in front of movie makers and creators, and they're like, "This is how we see you." And he's like, "Oh, that's so funny because I see myself as like a kind of charming Lothario that young girls like. We see you as a predator who thinks they like him, but is really just manipulating him." He's like, "I don't care. Let's just do the show. It's a great show."
Yeah, he's cast twice that way. You're right. There's something he's putting off that they're like, "No, you have this is perfect for this role."
Because that's not who he is as a comedian. Who he is as a comedian is much more accessible. But they're saying, we see this in what you do.
Yeah, that's a good point. You got to show up one of these times on WATP when we're doing a Golden Hour segment. Talk about
that sounds like a great idea.
Yeah.
We should do that once or twice.
Knock out today's goal. All right, guys, it's going to get fucking beggy for the next 25 minutes. I can tell you that much.
Aaron!
Same thing.
The Beggy Monster has arrived.
Let's hammer it out. Streamlabs, PayPal, Venmo, Super Chats, Rumble Rants. Miss Tay gifting a membership. Can we have people... We have had many different people, but let's have a little other than Miss Tay and the same people fucking knocking it out. You love this show. You listen to this show constantly.
Now he's scolding people who aren't giving money. Mm-hmm. Oh, that's always a good strategy.
Because as soon as you tune into his show, you're in debt.
Yes.
You've got a debt to pay back.
Throw a little fiver at the toe. $80 away from today's goal. Oh, keep it going, folks. Keep it going. $80, and we call it a win for the toe. Thank you very much. That puts Miss Tay to 85 for today. That should inspire others. Chevy Fan got that membership from Miss Tay. Now he doesn't have to watch ads. I think Chevy Fan should throw in a membership as well.
This is insane. Someone purchases or gifts a membership. That person gets the membership, and Aaron goes, "Well, now you have to buy your own membership." Nope, I just got gifted one. That would be kind of pointless. It's kind of the opposite.
Pass it along. Pass it along.
Yeah, pay it forward. It's like, well, then what's the point? Then no one's generous then if we're all just paying our own thing.
That is just what I believe. In my heart and soul, it is a part of my morals. So what?
That's a sales technique thing. That's what I believe. Like you're trying to connect with the audience. Like, I believe that if you're gifted a membership, that you deserve to pay it forward and gift a membership for someone else.
This is what he thinks about himself.
For that?
Sorry. You get more of this. You get to watch him beg in a better quality.
Do you though? As a member, you can watch all the members only content on Rumble.
It's true.
There's nothing extra you get for being a member apart from giving Aaron money. No,
you give Aaron money.
Right.
And he's been talking all week about how he's very close to having 300 members on Rumble, which again, it's just a number. It's just an arbitrary number, but it's become another sub goal that he has to go along with all the other goals that he has.
So when he's saying gift someone else a membership, that actually means, hey, that person gave me money and it mentioned your name. Now it's your turn to give me money.
Yes.
That's what's happening here.
Aaron has more ways to say give me money than Eskimos have to say snow. It's incredible how he's able, and everything he says is always just give me money, but he never says give me money. It's actually
You'll love
pretty
this one,
impressive.
Carl. You know how when you try and buy a flight on a plane, and it used to be like, would you like to purchase, pick your own seat, pay some money. You pay some money, you pick your seat. Now you get to pay money to get the option to then pay to pick your seat. That's like what he's doing here.
Right.
I thought I was giving a gift. He cannot experience joy. Joy is not a feeling he has. There's either the absence of failure or just nothing. Or just abject despair. That's all he gets. So all he feels is we didn't lose. He's impossible to make happy.
He does get very excited when he hits the goal, though. When he makes money, it's childlike how giddy he gets.
He gets excited when his perceived enemies lose. And in that sense, he wins.
True.
So this last week, he thought that someone had bought the super tip URL.
Mm-hmm.
And you could see the relief wash over his face. He was gleeful. He was
I have
so
that
happy.
clip. And again, I believe that was numero uno, Josh Jetty fan.
Who told him about it.
Who tricked him with that. Because, that one's hilarious. But let me just finish up with Thursday's goal, because there's more to come here.
Thank you very much to Nomo gifting a membership. Thank you, pal. $75 away from today's goal. Let's go. Let's do it. We're going in the right direction now. Keep gifting those memberships. Streamlabs, Venmo, PayPal, the whole deal. Super chats, Rumble rants, memberships. Oh, my God. This person texts in, you should send an invoice to OBS for lost revenue. I know, we were knocking out the goal. We were fucking killing it. Then OBS starts crashing all over the goddamn place. Now we're limping to the finish line, and it's
not his fault.
No guarantee. $75 away from today. Oh, God. You know what? Serves me right for thinking we were going to have a nice and easy one. I was thinking we got down to 100 at, God damn, that's right. We got down to 100 at 8:30.
His ability to mix numbers and time and to have multiple equations going on at once. Miss Tay gets us down to 80, but that's 85 for her. And Venmo is beating PayPal today. And we still have tomorrow's goal that's at 280. And you could contribute to that tomorrow or tonight. It's incredible.
Yeah. We're 80 away from 10:30, and if you get that over, then we put it towards 7, and then that might then go to like
Thursday.
And I'm like, we got this. And now it's hour and 40 minutes, $25. Oh.
This is very interesting right here. So he's doing the math in his head. Like I said, he loves time and money. So he comes up with, in an hour and 40 minutes, he made $25. And listen to what he says here.
I'm gonna be very straight with you. If any other show with our size audience started when we made $25 in the last hour 40, I'd go fucking quit, dude. Like, what are you doing?
Why any other show?
Not his.
Not his show, but any other show, that'd be an embarrassment.
You made $25 in an hour 40. Fucking quit the game. I will say that I would tell somebody that if they had a show, it's like,
how does he not? Well, I know the answer to this, but like that $25 represents multiple people giving up money that they've worked for. Because they're not all streamers. Money that they've worked for, so they've spent
streamers
their
don't
time.
work? Is that what you're trying to say, Moody?
They've gotten that resource from working, and then they've paid that to him. Plus, they've invested time. They've given you the most precious resource, which is time, and they're watching the show. And the way that you speak about their contributions, the gifts that they've given you is, I shouldn't even bother being here. Fuck this.
He's insulted by it. So if I'm the one who gave $5 and I've never given to Aaron before, and I'm like, oh, he's going to really give me a pat on the back. He's going to really be excited about this. And I'm watching later and just like, this fucking blows. You guys aren't giving me enough money. I'm like, I thought I did good.
That's the same way he does when somebody gives bigger donations where it's, $50, $75, $100 before he can even get the sentence of like, thanks so much. He's already asking for whatever the balance is on the goal, like immediately.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he's not looking at the amount that's come in. He's looking at how much is left to go.
Yeah.
There's a thing called gratitude. It's a very important element to have in your life to be a happy person.
This is what I meant by feel no joy. There's just the absence of failure, which is, as far as he can tell now, that must be happiness because it's been so far long since he's been fulfilled in anything. It's really sad.
You be up watching your show. Anywhere between 800 and 1,000 people at a time. Oh, okay, that's really, really great. How much money did you make? In the last hour 40, I've made $25. Fucking quit. Go do something else.
He's so proud of himself there, too. So Aaron thinks he has 800 to 1,000 people watching his show, which is just not the case. The Rumble numbers are not real. They're wildly inflated. I'd guess 4X could be more than that. But in Aaron's mind, he's got 1,000 people watching and only made $25 in an hour and 40 minutes.
Mm-hmm.
Which, if that's the case, and you're begging for money the whole time, tells me that a lot of people watching don't like you.
Uh-huh.
I thought he was good at sales. His conversion rates are all out of whack.
A little bit.
He made a comment about the Rumble numbers. Actually, I guess it was this show because I think it was the only one that I caught. But he said something to the effect of, now that I'm in the Rumble creator program, I have noticed that the numbers seem more real. And he was, I swear he did. I'll find the clip for you later.
Interesting. So,
yeah, it was
because before he went to Rumble, he admitted that the numbers weren't real.
Mm-hmm.
And he got kicked off YouTube, went to Rumble and said, "Now this is great." Because he's been saying that ever since.
Yeah, but then his numbers went down, coincided with him getting onto the creator program, and he's like, "Oh yeah, these are more real numbers now."
Uh-huh.
It's always a spin. Last clip from him. I thought this was very interesting because I didn't realize we're back to the old rules of overtime. I thought we got rid of overtime.
Mm-hmm.
Right, Moody? We don't do overtime anymore, do we? You hit the goal and then you
it
go
was
to
a given
overtime.
for a while, but he never officially got rid of it. It just became a thing that he did.
Okay.
But it's gone back
We'll
to
check
it.
this out.
God bless the goal, Banana Magol. We knock out the goal by 10:30. I'll do this. We'll shit on the Daily Wire a little bit. How's that? I'll do an extra story if we get that 55 knocked out.
Just that
In the
body
next
language. Like, give me the goal and, like, you can have these
what
scraps.
are we even doing here, guys? Come on.
Like, here, you can have this. Just give me the goal.
Minutes here. Streamlabs, PayPal, Venmo, Super Chats, Rumble Rants, Fake Dono for 50. No, not 50. $15 by Fake Dono on Venmo.
His energy when money is coming in is so different.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you very much. $40 away from today and another perfect week for the toe if we knock out another 40. Thank you very much. I'm starting to think that you guys hold out on me till the end because you like to see me go insane.
This goes back to gimmies. He's saying we're $40 away from another perfect week while he's celebrating another perfect week at the bottom of this frame.
Yep.
He's like, I'm one show away from getting a perfect week. Pretty much a perfect week. Call it a gimme. This is.
I believe there's an old saying about counting chickens before these chickens hatch.
If I was going on a date with someone and I was like, oh, yeah, I don't know, we could, let's make fun of the Daily Wire. Like, if I had no thought put into it, they'd be like, oh, I guess he doesn't really care about this date. This guy throwing these scraps at us of making fun of the Daily Wire, like I'm going to cancel my plans to stay and watch this happen?
Yes, I know.
Why would we even give a shit? Yeah. Imagine you having your own sense of self. Chatter said it earlier. There's no one there. Imagine if you just knew yourself, whether it was a good show or not. Like, yeah, I didn't make a lot of money, but fuck, it felt good. Like, that was progress. Imagine if you just could make yourself happy in some way and you didn't need all this. That would be something.
If you're not making the goal, why would you give that as the reward? Like, you know, you haven't met it. Why do you think people want extra?
That's exactly right.
I don't get it.
Yeah.
I'm starting to think this is a negotiation and entertainment tactic just for you. Don't you fucking gaslight me. Don't you gaslight me. 40 away from knocking it out tonight or today. What fucking time is it? I got to undraw the shit. Undraw the shades. Eric Cartman says, pass the plate. Father Aaron needs a new roof. The roof is fine. The roof is fine. 3 minutes away and $40 away from today's goal. Camo Girl with $4.99. Thank you very much. $35 away from today.
The net and gross, as we've pointed out many times, changes as he gets more desperate. He just puts everything into gross. That's $4.99, which means it's an Apple device, which means you're getting 70% from that plus the platform fees. But it's $5. All right, cool.
Oh, can we get there? Fauci's Pangolin says, great show today. Don't let it go to your forehead. I don't know. I have no idea what you're talking about.
Really? No idea.
Funny stuff.
Really?
I have no idea what you mean by that. $35 away. Atomic Ray with 10 gifted memberships. Give that man an Olbermann.
They are afraid.
And that puts Atomic Ray at $100, which puts Miss Tay in the cuck chair.
Imagine watching this show for the first time. What the?
I'm so
Even
upset.
I found that
know what
Oberman
this-
thing offensive. That was not pretty.
I'm so
Moody.
upset that I know what that means.
I know, me too. I don't want to admit it. I don't want to admit that I understand that. All right. Well, Aaron hit his goal, and so I want to celebrate by hitting our goal. Supertip.gg/WATP, and there's cash again.
I love hanging out with Cheetahs, or as I call him, the little spoon.
OMG. I think I threw up in my mouth a little bit hearing that.
Hey, I thought I was the little spoon.
They are doing it.
Jesus Christ.
Oh, that was the chat.
Yeah, you need to refresh your browser source to get the.
All right. Coach Benjamin Leviathan.
Yo, if you all change this show from Steel Geek to this little Z-Boy, I'm doxing all our phone numbers and using our credit cards. We're doing it.
That's a good idea. Hey, Cardiff, we're changing the show. We're just going to make fun of Chad Zubak every Friday now.
Is that cool?
He'd be so pissed. Principal Uncertainty coming in.
If I miss Primus, I will dox you all.
That's true. I do not want to miss Primus. I haven't seen him with their new drummer yet. JC coming in.
I forgot to tell you something, but you already know. You're open like a flower.
Weird comment.
Okay.
Numero uno is still number 3 on the scroll. What a generous master troll. Troll some more, mister. Pay the douches bills for him. Geez.
I love that voice. That's the best. Weird Medicine with Dr. Steve, my man. Moody, put him on super tip and don't let him turn off skip the queue. He will make the goal and the resulting shit show will be glorious.
That's true.
We've told him this in the past, but he's never. He'll never do that.
I know. He won't because it would actually help him.
He's too proud.
Yep. Anonymous coming in. Take my precious resources. I will. Thank you very much.
Hail Satan.
Oh, wow. Woke that. Gone too far.
Hey, bro, Cephs and fine chicks, my bra Aaron is 0-2 in everything, whether it be boxing or marriages or even harassment orders. It's uncanny, brother man.
The giggle is fantastic.
I know, that was cute.
That was
It adds it
amazing.
sometimes.
Principal Uncertainty coming in again.
Serious question for Adam. Do you think Aaron recognizes how transparent he is? If not, how do you think he explains to himself how everyone reads him like a book?
That's a very good question. I think he's aware of it, but he, puts it all in the bottom of his stomach and then just puts food on it and tries to ignore it.
I have an answer for that. I think we have evidence of this. Aaron ignores everything that's critical of him. He does not watch This Little Piggy. He does not watch NLO. He goes to Kiwi Farms and reads a thread where everybody hates the guy that he hates. And that's what gives him drive that he has and the miscalculations that he has.
He needs
Aaron-
that filter.
Aaron lacks empathy, or he has very little amount of it. So he's unable to put himself in the shoes of someone else perceiving him. So he doesn't know how he looks to different people or people who might not have the same background as him. So it's just, he only sees what he sees in the mirror.
I mean, he knows this exists. He knows it's out there. And just like we would see with John every once in a while when he would scroll Reddit, like he would accidentally see something negative about him and he would have to go, ba, 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 like he couldn't hear a word of it because he knows if it seeps through, he's going to lose his mind. I feel like Aaron knows it's there. He just wants to live in this world surrounded by this fantasy like you're explaining. But to everyone watching, if we do make our goal, we'll make fun of the view or some shit, whatever. If you guys want
I got a segment that's not very good. I have it ready to go. If I know, I guess we could do that.
If you want,
David
whatever.
R. Fuller, thanks for showing my Cope Pose greatest hits. I'll try to put the same pick in twice next time. I didn't even notice that, David R. Fuller, but great job on that. Walt wasn't frozen. Aaron puts the R in the HO. HRO. I get it. I get letter jokes. Thank you very much, Rockin' Johnny B, for the $5. Naturally Negative, $10. I'd like to thank his alternative personality, the Beggy Monster, for filling all that bankrupting Lawfare. It's really paying off with all this goal content. That is true.
He is speedrunning, losing his house.
Katie became a YouTube member. Thank you, Katie, for membering up on the show. All right, so we have a little bit of time. Do we want to talk about... I kind of want to show Keanu reacting to Pretty Antisocial.
Do it.
Why do we need to bring a Bisconte into this? They don't need more attention. Like,
I'm not saying they do.
Oh no, Gino and Keanu have said something wrong. Like, tell me when it's not the case.
All right, fine. You talked me into it. Let's talk about this because I have questions about this clip right here from Aaron. All right. This is confusing to me.
Cheeto says, "Morning, boss. Did you end up giving my comedy show tickets away the other night? If not, the offer stands."
Yeah.
Oh, that's right.
All right, so this is wild. Cheetos, the owner of Stoney's, where the comedy show is happening, is giving away his tickets to the comedy show at his bar. And so he texts Aaron, "Did you give away my 4 VIP tickets?" Listen, this is crazy.
Cheetos is taking 2 tickets to the comedy show. He's a two-time VIP. So he has 4 tickets to the anniversary show comedy show.
Everything is fucking math. Okay, so hold on a second. What does this mean? If you buy a VIP ticket, you get 2 tickets to the next show? Is that what that is?
Yes. Yeah. If you've got a VIP membership,
he needs to write this down somewhere. I need to be able to go to a website and read these rules.
he said it. A VIP membership in perpetuity gives you 2 tickets to every live show that they have. It also gives you... It used to be every new piece of merch that they drop, but now it's turned to every time they drop a collection of merch, you get one piece of merch.
Okay.
Yeah, that's the...
Okay. So...
And Cheetos has 2 of those memberships.
So Cheetos has that, and he's saying, obviously he doesn't need the tickets. He's probably working behind the bar that night. So he's saying, "Hey, I'm ready to give these out." Listen to what Aaron decides to do with this.
I love that he's treating his VIP tickets as Stoney's gift cards that he can just give away.
Right. This makes no sense. Like, you've already sold these tickets. You know, theoretically, if you say in order to get tickets, you just have to become a VIP member. Like, I became a VIP member. Great, here are your tickets. You can't then. All right, well, let's see. Let's see what he does with this.
With Gino, Keanu, Johnny, myself, Roots Calhoun, first person to give $100 gets those 4 tickets. You know what? Fuck that.
The first person to give $100. How much is it to go to this comedy show? Isn't it like $20?
$20.
Yep.
So wouldn't that be $80? So for $100, I give you $80 worth of tickets.
Right. Yep.
Yeah, but you got to take away YouTube's cut. So it puts him to 70. Actually, he's giving you a deal on it.
No, he's not, Moody. I can just buy them off the website for less than that. But he's in a generous mood, so he's got an offer for us.
I'll do it this way, if it's okay with Cheetos. $50. You can have all 4. Otherwise, I'll give a pair away for 20 each. No.
Oh my god.
It's getting too confusing even for him now.
Oh god, that's what. Give me a pair away for 20 each. That's better than the $50.
Oh no.
Fucking idiot.
Oh, that's
even on the Jerry Lewis telethon. They're not like holding up a tote bag, going like, "What'll you give me?"
Yep.
Right.
Someone donated this. How much can I sell this to you for?
These tickets are already sold, and now Aaron's trying to resell them. He's acting like he's being generous.
Buy all 4 for $12.50 each, or buy 2 at a time for $10 each.
Doesn't make any sense.
Give a pair away for 20 each. No, that's retarded. I meant they're going to be 20 each. Fuck, I'm stupid. $50 for the 4 or $20 for 1 is what I meant to say. God.
But this is even convoluted and confusing. So he's saying donate to the show, right? He's asking for donations to the show. And he's saying if you give me $20, I'll give you 1 ticket.
Yes.
But then there's a person who wants to get all 4 for $50, but you already gave out 1 because you read that person's request first, so now that offer's off the table.
He'll go.
So now we're just buying a ticket for the price of buying a ticket.
Right. Like where we started.
Yeah. What's the point of any of this? Should I just go to the website and buy a ticket? No. Donate money to me through Rumble Rants. Okay.
Gotta hit the goal.
God damn it. All right. So Cheetos is giving away his 4. I'm doing $20 a single.
He's giving away. The term giving away means something very different than what Aaron thinks it means.
Or $50 for the 4. How about that? $95 away from today's goal. That's what you get when Aaron's very serious about knocking out the goal an hour before the show's over. You get those kind of offers.
And we get him talking about himself in the third person like a lunatic.
When Carl's annoyed with Aaron, this is how Carl reacts to that. Fucking retard.
From the toe. $20 a ticket or $50 for the 4. What a deal that $50 for the 4 is, huh? Yeah.
I guess you're buying 3, getting 1 50% off. It's not that great of an offer or deal.
How does he's run events before. He knows how to, like, he should have no excuse for, he should have no excuse for the other one as well, because SP organizes golf events. So he should, like, if your partner has expertise in something, you can sometimes rely on them. It's like, I don't know, Carl can never get a bad haircut. It's a choice that he makes, right?
The internet would disagree with you, but yeah, I'm listening.
I'm saying it's a choice. Like, you're choosing to look that way on purpose. So, like, that's what he would be doing with the golf thing. He would be relying on her expertise in order to guide him through running a successful event. It's just, I don't know.
Oh, good. I'm glad you're going to play this.
All right. This is what we were talking about earlier, where Aaron hears something and wants it to be true so badly that he just goes all in on it.
Montages go. It's really difficult to do better than.
Whoa.
No way.
Look at how happy he is. And this goes back to what we've been talking about throughout the show. Aaron gets joy out of other people's failures.
Yep.
And this is the joy that you see when he thinks something bad happened to Moody and Melton.
If it's a zero-sum game for him, if someone else loses, it means he wins.
Yeah.
Mike David is a crazy bastard. Is that numero uno? Is that real?
If you have to ask, the answer is no. Sorry, I don't mean to blow numero uno's spot, but he's just been hammering Aaron this past week. It's great.
So wait a minute, that expired and they didn't know and Red Bar got it? That can't be. That's a goof. That's a gimmick.
You want to give some context for the rest of the class, please?
What is he talking about?
Yeah, can you please explain what you're talking about here, Aaron? You're very excited. You forgot to fill us in on what's happening.
I don't believe you, numero uno. So the Super Tips website is now owned by redbarradio.net. No.
Okay. So now we know what's going on. Moody let supertip.gg expire.
Yeah.
And Mike David swooped in and purchased
That's what he thinks is happening here.
This is what he thinks is happening. But he also doesn't understand how the internet works. We'll hear more about it. Look at this face. Look at this thumbnail.
Love it.
Alpha male.
Have that one.
Another chin for the toe.
Yep.
He says he's losing weight. He keeps
He's not.
talking about him losing weight.
I mean, he's not. The last time I think he was trying to lose weight was when he thought he had a boxing match in February.
But he keeps talking about how he's still losing weight since then. Like, the diet's ongoing. But he's never been.
This looks like AI created it. Right? This doesn't look real.
It's like
Yeah,
someone
his face is shaped
circled
like the old Joker, like the 70s Joker, like a triangle.
Yeah, it's like someone selected the bottom half of his face and just typed in fatter into generative fill.
Yeah, they just, in Photoshop, they just dragged his chin down. I could do this all day. I don't even care what he's talking about. Let's just freeze it in every frame.
That's why I don't want to hang around you internet fuckers anymore. You're dirty, man. I can't play that dirty. I don't play for keeps. I play for fun.
Yeah, I play for felonies.
Yeah, what are you talking about? You're in court every month. You play for fun.
He plays for felonies and jail sentences.
This is what keeps me coming back. These people never realize they're the villain.
Right.
And they act in such over-the-top, cheesy, villainous ways people would never believe that people make that kind of face and laugh like, ha, 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 ha. But they do when they don't know they're the villain and they think they're getting one over. It's so revealing.
You guys are low-down, ruthless vatos, eh? I come on here, I fuck around, I tell some jokes, I make people laugh.
What did
I violate restraining orders.
We missed that.
Yeah,
Waiting for that.
Shit. I guess I didn't tune in that day. Damn it.
I try to collect some money from them.
All right.
Yeah.
Let's
I get charged with felonies.
Mm-hmm. Let's get back to the crux of it, though. He's like, guys, I'm doing an entertaining show. People are laughing. I'm asking for money. I'm still asking for money. He couldn't just let that part slide. He had to mention that.
And then I get ready for the next one. You guys are... So, numero uno, send me a DM, because I don't want to take up the whole show on this. Send me a DM explaining what happened. So what does that mean? Does that mean like it's all gone?
Yes. Yes. It means that the company is over. It's all gone.
He's so happy.
Enemy has been defeated. Yes. That's what that means.
No, there's got to be like some other server.
Some other server? Losing a URL, like not owning the domain anymore, has nothing to do with servers.
They call this the denial stage. There's going to be a couple more.
It does a bit, but yeah, okay.
But Red Bar, wow, Mike David is a good guy. He's just a good dude, because that's
Bargaining.
a shitload of harassment of other people that Red Bar took away.
Oh, that's right. I forgot Super was evil.
Right.
And so he's the Robin Hood in this scenario. Mike David.
but Rumble Rants and Super Chats and Streamlabs and PayPals and Venmos, those aren't capable of also transmitting messages.
Correct.
Wow. Says there's a server, but nobody can get to it. That's remarkable. Ladies and gentlemen, all we're learning from this is an age-old thing. It's not a lesson you needed to learn again. It's don't fuck with Mike David. Just don't. You're not going to get anything out of it. You're not going to win.
Yeah, what you should do is you should send him generous gifts in the mail, like stuffed dogs and Stoney's tank tops.
Coasters, yeah.
Coasters and stickers.
While calling him your peer.
That was one of the craziest things I've ever seen. Mike David opening out that package.
Just the white trash, like merch-free shit goop he sent that guy, thinking he was going to be impressed with a shitty tank top for his wife and a stuffed animal for his dead dog. Go fuck yourself.
Right.
Fucking asshole.
So bad.
I heard your baby died. Here's a Cabbage Patch Kid.
Yeah.
I gave it the same name. I thought you might like it. Oh.
You can actually wear the outfits you bought for that baby that didn't make.
There you go.
Oh,
See?
no.
Yeah,
Save some money.
Did anyone
Maybe you can pay me back once in a while.
Did anyone send him 3 halves of dolls when he lost half of the custody of his kids?
Oh, my.
Like, is that what we're doing now? We're sending what you lose to you?
Yeah.
Is the only way. All right, let's do a show, shall we? Streamlabs, PayPal, Venmo, Super Chats, and Rumble Rants.
I thought you just said we're going to do a show. Oh, begging is the show. Okay, guys.
This is the
45 is our number for tonight. Thank you guys very much for your contributions. I know it's going to be weird having a goal for the first time in forever. We also, if we do 57 more gifted memberships on Rumble, we'll go over 3 hours.
Just a few.
I know that there's some amazing compilations. Real Media Player used to put them together of like the begging portions. If someone could put together a compilation of just the math in one episode, it's incredible what this guy, his brain processing power could be freed up if he wasn't so concerned. Like, I have zero numbers in my head right now. We're just reacting to this guy's show. Making it a lot more difficult on himself than it needs to be.
It's a faulty computer, though.
For today. Nicole writes, how was your shift at Best Buy today? Because my shirt. I work at Best Buy now because of my shirt.
He really rolls with the punches, this one.
So what happened there, for those who haven't caught up, is Dave Serra has bought the supertips with an s.gg URL. And it was pointed to the MLC YouTube at one stage. Now it's pointed to the Red Bar Radio website.
Got it.
That's what's happened.
Good stuff.
Yeah.
Good stuff,
Great work,
Sarah.
Dave. Well done.
Nice job. I have to get out of here momentarily. I want to thank you guys for being here. Let's hit a couple of super tips that are coming in. And then I do have his reaction to the CEO getting busted at the Coldplay show.
We got to see that.
All right, let's go. Let's do this.
Please.
Any ideas on what Aaron has? Narcissism for sure.
I think that's right.
Good guess.
Coach Lev Kramer, I just gave $20 on GG/NLO. Fuck you, Carl. God damn it. Son of a bitch.
That hurt.
Patrick, you owe me $20, motherfucker. RPG Soundforge.
Guys, I know. I did say now I'm in the Rumble Creator Program, I would be reducing the goal. Yeah, well, it turns out I didn't read the fine print. Apparently, Rumble pays out in doll hairs.
That's too bad. Principal Uncertainty's killing it today. One day he will do something so insanely funny that I will laugh myself out of chuckles and have to retire to a spiritual order.
I believe in that. Yeah, I believe in that.
I think that sounds right. And then Reverend Rage. Shuli Anonymous loves Adam. Keep up the good work. And Internet Person, $10. The fact that Aaron thinks his obvious brown nosing will have a positive effect on Mike David is pretty good evidence that he's legitimately delusional.
He does that to Mike David. He does it to Jesse
Awful.
PS. Like
Yes.
it's his move.
He thinks he can manipulate these people, but they're smarter than him.
Yeah.
And it doesn't work. All right. Let's talk. I have some thoughts on
At
this.
least that's what people have told me. Yeah, they're having an affair. You nailed it, buddy.
Everyone knows the story,
Oh,
right?
boy.
Coldplay concert.
The CEO of this tech company, astronomer, was hanging out with the head of HR, the chief person officer, they call it. And they were having an affair, and they showed it up on the Jumbotron at the Coldplay concert, and whoever the singer is, whatever that guy's name is, called him out because they squirmed away from each other immediately. I think this guy fucking dove out of the crowd. He's like, what, are you having an affair or something?
Imagine if they just went with it, there'd be no story. If they
There'd be
just
no
waved,
story.
they would have moved on.
These are doppelgangers.
Yeah.
No, this would not have made the rounds. It's got
right.
hundreds of millions of views now on the internet. All right. This is his take on it. Because Aaron would know Aaron's a cheater, so he knows how this all works. He's going to have some insight into this that the rest of us probably won't.
Cool.
So he had to release a whole big statement about, like, I've let everyone down and I'm so sorry and blah, 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 and I'm going to take accountability and blah, blah. No. Taking accountability means you're honest about what happened. Taking accountability is not like this. He said in the statement, this isn't the man I want to be. Yeah.
This is rich. Aaron talking about taking accountability. This is coming from the guy. I'll remind everyone again, because it doesn't get talked about enough in my opinion. He said he would not have talked about the polycule if not for someone blackmailing him. These are his words. I was being blackmailed, and they said it'd be a real shame if Ashley found out about the drugs and the sex. And so he had to confess about it. And now he's going to lecture us about taking accountability.
Yeah, it is. Because you would still be that man if you hadn't gotten caught. One cheater to another, bro. Let me tell you right now.
Oh, here comes a hot take. One cheater to another. Let's see what he has to say.
One cheater to another. This is where my evil can make me like an anti-hero because I can call out the evil guys.
Anyone want to take a shot at what that means? My evil can make me an anti-hero because I can call out the evil guys.
He sees himself sort of like Dexter in that show. Yeah, you know, like he kills. He's a serial killer who kills other serial killers. So he's cheated on people so much that he can tell you what the psyche of cheaters is like, so he can help bring them down and them to justice. That's how I think he's thinking.
The anti-hero.
Yeah.
Aaron Imholt.
And I'll tell you this.
Oh, Adam, are you talking? I think you're muted, buddy.
The fact that he thinks he can talk like this after the HRO just happened and the judge isn't watching this and that this isn't going to come back to haunt him, the fact that he thinks he can even talk about this subject on his show publicly, regardless of your opinion, shows you are not the hero, you are still the villain, and everyone can see that. Shut the fuck up about this topic. You have no credibility. No one cares about your opinion on this except for humorous purposes.
Yep.
You're embarrassed you got caught. You would have kept slamming your HR chief as long as nobody figured it out. You got figured out, and now you're going, this isn't the man I want to be. Excuses are not taking accountability. Here's what taking accountability would be.
Okay. What he's about to say here, I feel like this is something that Aaron needed to say out loud. He's masking it as this is what the CEO should do. But listen to what Aaron says here. This is, I think, Aaron being Aaron.
I am a cheating rat bastard, and I would still be having sex with my HR chief if I hadn't got caught. This is an awful, terrible way to be. It's the way I wanted to be. I did it. I'm making no excuses, and I'm very, very sorry to everyone I've hurt with my selfish, shitty behavior.
Apology accepted, Aaron.
It's still a very self-centered admission here.
Yeah.
Like I bet this is a reworded version of what he wanted to say at that sentencing hearing.
Yes.
Oh.
Yes, he was. Yeah, he had something all ready to go, and he was so upset he didn't get to say it. It's eating at him.
The lead up to the sentencing hearing, he was saying like, oh, I'm so ready to admit things that are wrong. I'm so ready to get this off my chest. It's like the sentencing hearing isn't for you, bro. It's to bring justice to the person that has been wrong, to the victim.
To the victim, yeah.
And he corrected this guy and said, it's not the type of man I want to be, by giving a speech that essentially boils down to, this is not the type of man I want to be.
Yeah. Right.
He's like,
I knew it was shitty when I did it. And I never tried to stop, not once. I'm an asshole. That's taking accountability, not going, this isn't the man I want to be.
He's
good stuff.
He's disagreeing with him. Like the both sides of everything he said is the same thing.
He was convicted for revenge porn on his show, and he still puts his phone up like this and just stares at it while he's on his show, texting other people like he wasn't just convicted of this crime. He has no class.
Yeah. The alternative is to focus entirely on the victim and who you've wronged. I've betrayed my wife, who I love very much. I was not thinking about her at the time, and that hurts me to my core, and there is nothing I can do to make up for that, and I hope I can regain that trust, and I will work on it. I've undermined the company that I'm at. I've made it an unsafe place to work in. I've betrayed the trust of the people there. Like, this has been a real wake-up call for me, and I'm not happy with the man that I am. Like, something like that.
That was good. That was very good.
That centers the victims and the people you've wronged and hurt in the middle of it, not yourself. But they
don't exist to him. He never mentions them. They're not even a thing. He is the only person in this story.
Same way with the letter to April.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. He wants his wife to console him after he cheated on her because he feels so bad.
Mm-hmm.
That's what he wants.
And then testify on stand in a court of law and talk about how awesome he is.
Right.
Or how much pain he's been through and how much he's suffering. Who knows?
Yeah.
Well, guys, this has been a disaster. This has been an epic failure of an episode. I feel ashamed for all of us that we just
should
did
just quit. We should probably just quit.
We should just quit. This has been a fantastic episode. I want to thank Haley for being here. Haley from Pretty Antisocial. Where can people find you, Haley?
Thanks for having me. YouTube at Pretty Antisocial Podcast. We have a member show coming up tomorrow night at 8:30 Eastern. Come and join us. We have a lot of fun. And on X, Pretty Antisocial Pod.
All right. And of course, Moody is here. Let's go through your list of things you're promoting.
Don't find me. Don't look for me. Just stay away. I'll file an HRO. I'll bring my wife into this.
Oh, hell.
And Adam Bush, thank you for being here yet again. Always a great time chatting with you, my friend.
I love this show. I love the conversation. I love what we're covering. And please tune into WATP at 5:30 Eastern on Wednesday, where I believe we will be going over, among other things, my time spent being interviewed by Harrison Young.
Oh, very excited.
Coming out on
about
Tuesday,
that.
bringing it to you on Wednesday.
I'm very excited about that. You can see myself and Adam Bush performing live with Anthony Cumia, producer Chris, and the rest of the gang. Who Are These Podcasts live Friday, September 5th. We'll be at the Villa Roma Resort. Tickets available, WATPlive.com. If you're in the tri-state area, if you're in the New York City area, Philadelphia, it's not a tough drive. It's going to be a beautiful weekend. So come hang out with us there. And before we wrap up and I head off to my Primus show, Rygod coming in.
I'm out of order, Your Honor. You're out of order. You're out of order. That fat dude and the Coke nose are out of order. The whole trial is out of order.
That's a
Justice
fantasy
for
he
all.
has.
It's going to be a great
fantasy.
week.
Queefer HRO on NLO's
Jeez.
Toterland. TLP shouldn't be on WATP. Never again. Hard out. Aaron's Feel Bads. The Real Crime. Coldplay is still touring. Yeah, no one ever brings that up, do they?
Yeah.
You know that guy didn't even want to go to that show, too. You know what I mean? Just like, oh, that's your favorite band? Yeah, no, that's fine. I'll tell my wife we're working late. yeah. I guess we had a conference that weekend or something.
And bring over 6 more people from the company to watch us cheat on our partners, I guess. I
Yeah,
don't know.
sounds great.
Yep.
All right. For Moody and Haley and Adam Bush, I've been Carl, and I want to thank
Just
everyone
give
for
him the
tuning
outro.
in.
Give him the outro. Just
For
give him
tuning
the
in to
outro.
this little piggy.
Give him the...
There's a show in town, it's going down. Every week we're back on solid ground. Steel toe slipping, but we're gripping. Got the tea to spill, it's always flipping. From April's script to Aaron's glee. Oh, this drama's just a spree. Polydrama, legal trauma, another win. Oh, that's the karma. This little piggy went to YouTube. This little piggy's on Rumble now. This little piggy's begging for dollars, and this little piggy's breaking down loud. Every week when we cabbage flow, tune in for this little piggy show. From revenge porn to felony, it's a circus, can't you see? The toe is bent, the goal is spent. His empire crumbles, all hell sent. April's playlist on repeat. Aaron's lies we can't defeat. The countdown's on, it won't take long to see